Hello! Hello, and welcome to this final boss fight live stream of Dungeons and Dragons. It is the 5th episode of the Christmas crossover Strange Visitors. This episode is titled A Matter of Time, and that is how long we have until we work out just how screwed we are. My name is John, and I am joined in this endeavour by Kaboom.
Hello.
Kiri.
We play Dungeons and Dragons.
Shan.
Hey.
Ben again.
Yes, it is I.
Maddie.
Hello.
And tonight, our GM, Scar.
Hi, Dio. And I know you will forget to call me Scar for the rest of the evening, so well done for remembering for once.
Quite right. That will be a thing that will be completely forgotten the next time I need to call you out by name.
But don't worry, we'll remember every character that you play. Fairness.
That is not accurate either.
No, that is really not accurate.
I know.
I should just have never introduced myself to John.
That might have made things a bit awkward by the time it got to this point.
Who's that mysterious Scar guy?
You'll never know.
It's either that or you just need to put a nice big scar upon yourself just to remind him.
I already have a scar, but
What's that?
not a place where you can show.
What's that guy Mufasa called? Kind of like that lion from The Lion King. You know the one, Simba.
Simba.
Asafum.
Safum.
Ooh, do it
One
again.
day, everything the light touches will not be yours. It'll be sold in Brexit.
Hold on. We can't. No politics.
I'm
during
inaccurate,
the D
but-
stream.
Yeah.
What is that? It's Scotland. You must never go there.
Okay.
Which shadow do we place? Oh, that's Brexit. That's normal.
Okay. Sammy.
Yes. See, you already failed.
Yep. Take it away.
So, without further ado, your group is awaiting orders from our dear friend Warrington
Yeah.
in the war room. So we're going to move directly to the war room and let people's eyes adjust.
I am incredibly zoomed in.
This is so many people.
Where am we? There we am.
And I leave you about, 5-6 seconds to figure out where you are.
I can't
There I
can't
am.
believe Creed
It's
and
like a
Sybil have
fun
been
game
stood
of
this
Where's
close to Warrington for so long.
I'm funnily enough pretty easy to spot because of the size.
I'm blue, abadi, abadai.
Oh, interesting.
So, you people have been gathered once again in the war room, and Warrington is recording his orders on a small recording for everyone to have for the rest of your mission. So Warrington says,
Ahem! This is a message from Warrington, Commander of the Spelljammer and Protector of the Multiverse. We have gathered information that on this plane of existence stands a major threat to the security of the multiverse. Once again, we have located a piece of the Orrery of the Wanderer, known as the Chronolometer. Its last known use was more than 1,000 years ago. Now it has come to our attention that the artefact was destroyed in an apocalyptic event. What didn't make this easy, Sammy? In an apocalyptic event that ravaged the entire planet where it was held. Your task will not be simple. The zone we are sending you to is a war zone. For years, a brutal conflict has been raging between two powerful nations on this land, which will cause its doom. Be on your guard. Everything there will be dangerous. I have just realized that's in the way of a thing. Let me move that. What's this fourth wall everybody's telling me about?
suddenly
And
moves
puts people away.
Suddenly moves a coffee pot.
Documents.
Be on your guard. The locals are always fighting for their lands. They might see you as intruders and try to harm you. But remember, you only have limited time. Much as I have only limited time for this Warrington voice, I feel. You only have less than 10 hours to retrieve the item before the catastrophic event occurs. We will give you a transmitter for you to request the opening of the wormhole, as we will not be able to maintain it after your departure for safety reasons. Do not lose the transmitter, or we will be unable to locate you. If the worst was to happen, we shall open the wormhole at the exact same place as where we send you, 10 hours after your landing. We shall maintain it for half an hour, then shut it down. The chronolometer has been located in an abandoned castle that stands in the middle of the war zone. We shall drop you in at a safe distance from it. It will be easier for you to walk to it rather than risk dropping into the midst of the war. We have given you a tracking device, courtesy of your colleague, Lord Trefor Minerva, that will help you locate the target. Remember, time is of the essence. Do not linger too much, and do not try to change what is going to happen. The most important thing is that you retrieve the artefact. And yourselves. Warrington, out. Click.
I don't know why I keep thinking of the dog sergeant in Star Fox when I hear Warrington.
As you people, breathe it out. As you people prepare for the mission you guys have to do, Warrington clicks his fingers, and a GIF engineer comes up to you, to your group, that I will actually move to the right place so that you can know who is who.
Spot the characters.
I've been manhandled.
Who's the main character?
The main character is the spikiest one.
And the one
There
with
you go.
weird.
Raiden starts
Not.
feeling his hair to feel whether it's spiky enough.
And in the box, you have two objects: a transmitter and a tracking device. Who takes them?
Okay,
Raiden's
who do we
going to
wanna
look at them and say, "What on earth are they?"
The GIF engineer will explain. That is the transmitter that you will use to tell us where you are when you want us to use the wormhole to get you back. And this is a tracking device for you to get to the target you are supposed to go to.
What kind of magic works those?
What?
This is what we like to call technology. I would suggest either Riviere or Valornoon hold on to it.
Wait, are they cursed?
What's a
They're not
tracking
cursed.
thing? Is that like a? What's get?
I think they've got a little hunter in there that tells them where they are. Must be like sending stones.
I get the feeling that's a good idea, Riviera.
The GIF engineer will hand over the two objects. He will give the transmitter to Riviera and the tracking device to Valornoon.
Beautiful.
So you can add that to your inventory.
I will do such a thing now. Tracking. Or transmitter.
Warrington also gives a small pouch to Creed.
Looks inside the pouch.
Inside the pouch, you see a couple of syringe.
What are these? Well, these are boosting syringes, my good chum. Figured I'd answer myself there.
Yeah.
They will assist you in combat. Oh, thank you.
Riviera and Valornoon, you know boosting syringes. You've seen some. They're from the technology of your world. You know that the boosting syringe can either improve some abilities of people or help them fight better sometimes, or be more focused in their use of magic.
I just love that those are given to the one character who has an history with addiction.
In the meantime, with that happening, you guys have a couple of minutes to introduce yourself to each other before the wormhole is ready to be opened. So,
Alright.
Let's go.
I guess let's go around a circle, I suppose, and start. Does anyone want to start?
I can start.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Borrowed. I am, you can probably just see from the horns and the weird green skin. You've also got green skin. Hi.
Hi.
Hello. I'm a tiefling, and I can use... Oh, and this, and Borrowed snaps his fingers, and a large a multicolored vulture appears on his shoulder. This is Flair. She's great. She's fun. Nice to meet all of you.
Cool.
Well, I'm Creed. I'm also a tiefling. I don't have a vulture.
You can take Flair for a bit, if you'd like.
It's okay. I don't need a vulture. We've got some animals at home. It's okay. I have pets.
Oh.
Sybil will put her hand out to see who wants to shake it. Sybil Pride Blossom.
This is
Beard
my
and shakes
wife.
Lemon Scriv was about to shake it, but since Sheridan goes first, he just retracts and bows his head.
Borrowed
Riviera
shakes
was
hands.
What I love is where was actually Sybil extending her hand so that both Nemesis and Riordan
Well, she
could
wouldn't
actually
be
try
stood-
taking it.
Right in the middle.
Just stood in the middle, rotating around, waiting for
I think-
somebody.
Maybe
I think if she
Sybil-
extends it this way, if she extends it toward Riviera, both of them can try and catch it.
I can imagine Sybil extending both hands and both catching it like mine.
Even better than that, just to say, oh, sorry, I'll just take her hand and put your hand in there. There we go. You two can shake hands now.
All characters shake Sybil's hand at the same time. All six of
Sybil,
them.
upon touching the hand of Nemesis Crave, the only thing you feel from it is the extreme cold that emanates from it. It's basically corpse cold. Like there's no hot blood anymore in it.
Okay. She wouldn't comment.
I am Nemesis Kriv. For those who know, you don't need to have the full description, but you two, and it points to Vananon and Riviera, I believe you do not know. I am what we call a Dragonborn. Apart from that, I'm a sort of knight, let's say.
Well, Noon can kind of relate to that.
Sybil is a kind of
Alan?
knight.
Do you wanna?
I'm not.
Riviera is looking at Vananon like, do you want to introduce yourself? Question mark.
Valonon says, Valonon Dorkan, Inquisitor. I'm a Chronogan.
Okay, he's friendly.
Yeah.
Well, consider that he towers above everyone since he's 8 foot tall.
Okay, then with a slightly more cricked neck. Oh, he's friendly.
Hello. You're tall.
He looks more well, technically he is intimidating, but he won't intimidate you guys unless you cross him. But
You look like you could take a drink.
I like on your back.
all right. Well, it's made to my part of the circle now. I am Lady Ambassador Riviera Revsey. I know it's quite a mouthful. A lot of
Gesundheit.
R's as well. I'll just say the one name. You don't just call me Riviera or River. or Riv, whichever, but Riviera is probably best. And I am a shaman, so I mainly deal with magic stuff.
Did you say you were a lady?
Yeah, recently, me and my team became nobles, so that was cool.
Oh.
Huh.
Interesting.
Not met
Are
many
we supposed to
nobles.
bow? Literally asking the group, are we supposed to bow?
I
Sorry, am I supposed to bow to you?
Actually, I probably should have bowed to all you guys as I introduced myself, so she would bow to you each. Because that's
Random bows
something.
back.
Because that's
Borrowed
something
does
that
nothing.
Orakians. That's something that Orakians do when they meet someone. They always bow, and they bow more depending on the level of, I guess, level of hierarchy or nobility or whatever.
Level of
I
importance,
guess
yeah, in
level of
society.
importance in society. There we are.
Sybil will smile and say, "It's nice to have another lady."
Trust me, I for the longest time on my team, it was just me and a bunch of dudes. And then Helly joined me, and it was like heaven. So it'll be nice to have you here with me as well.
Also,
Suddenly
she's a
from the
noble.
background. Suddenly from the background of the room, you just heard all of the girls say, "Woo! Girls!"
There's just an army of Maddies and Shans going woo, and one or two Amy's in there.
And a couple of NPCs.
One or two, yeah. You try saying you said that.
Briar isn't here.
Briar couldn't make
No.
Christmas this year. Greenhouse
Didn't-
got her.
Oof. Briar couldn't make Christmas this year because Briar is everywhere now.
Creed will put his hand on Sybil's shoulder and just lean around and just be like, "Yeah, Sybil's also a noble, so."
Oh, well then. Riviera would bow a bit more than she did before. Because she just bowed her head before. She'd bow to I'm trying to remember the levels
Sybil
of bowing.
Chest. Mid-chest.
Chest. Mid-chest bow.
Borrowed would once again. Competition?
She has a title. It's my wife, and she has a title.
I don't use it very often, but
The way you say that, it's like wife is the title.
I was about to ask.
Riviera would then turn to Reardon and be like, "Alright, you're the last one to introduce yourself. Take it away."
Okay, hi, I'm Reardon. I'm a forest elf. I speak to the dead. I have two other beings inside my head, which I'm told are celestial, though I don't know what that means.
Creed's brow just furrows.
Let's see. When it comes down to it, I can't create creatures, or I don't have any pets. I can create tendrils, that's thanks to Gorley. Oh yeah, they might speak. Don't be afraid if you hear a different voice coming out of my mouth. It's fine. It's perfectly fine.
We won't
basically-
bite.
Exactly. Anyway, basically, cursed being who, yeah, here for the laughs.
Nemesis
Okay,
Script kind of
cool.
has Nemesis Script kind of sort of chuckle when you say cursed being,
Oh, I am.
and he tugs a bit more to hide his neck.
Oh. So Riviera just a bit shocked, but she would just be like, "Cool. Alright, well, now that we've introduced ourselves,
Who wants a
Warrington, is the wormhole ready?"
Well,
It-
at the moment, Warrington, Theodas, and Renala are kind of trying to calm Seraphine as she is still very much upset about the last mission that where she was sent, where they were not able to retrieve the object.
Mm-hmm.
It'll just be a moment.
And after a couple of minutes, of that.
Is there anything else I can help you with in the meantime?
Do we have a bar?
Do you,
No.
Hmm.
Sybil sighs, and you can kind of tell she looks. She can't tell whether to be concerned or hopeful at this point. Warrington,
all I just asked was for some soup.
I have to ask. You've collected all these people here,
Yes.
and we really need to get home to our daughter. I know this is important, but is there any way that you could get us there? We're stuck at the moment, and I need to know she's safe.
I am afraid that the enchantments on the land that I drew you from are more powerful than our magic. We can't return you. The Barovia will have you back again.
Can you...
Slowly raise his hand. What's Barovia?
It is better that you do not know.
Okay.
Can you get a letter to her for me and to my parents?
Yes.
And can you promise me that you'll keep her safe if anything happens?
We can promise that.
I'll go and write my letter then. And she'll go off and sit at a table.
It'll just be a few moments until the portal opens. We'll keep her safe.
And yeah, Sybil will return with a letter.
While Sybil is doing that, then Riviere would probably take the time to run to the hold, check the ship, realize there are no runic stones, and then go to the other two Orreryans and eventually borrow some from them, because since she knows that they only have 10 hours, in case we fuck up, might be better to have some extras there just in case.
As you finish the letter, give it to Warrington, gather up your runic stones. The GIF engineer behind you powers up the wormhole, and immediately as it opens, a gush of cool water spills through the wormhole into the Spelljammer.
Should that happen?
The GIF engineer just looks at the wormhole a bit shocked and panicked, and just say, "Go, go, go! Before we get swarmed! Go, go!"
Raiden runs
Goes
straight in.
through.
Yeah.
Creed dives through.
Okay. Please go through the wall.
We'll glance at Warrington one more time and then jump through.
He gives a reassuring look.
You are transported through the wormhole. It looks to you like you're getting sucked into a very dark tunnel with a faint light at the end. But also, it looks like you are getting, in lack of a better word, you are getting through the washing machine as water swirls in the tunnel with you.
What is this washing machine you talk about?
I don't know, but I get the feeling that they live longer with Calgon.
And as you arrive on the other end of the tunnel, you are thrown into an ocean.
So what now? Oh, we are
Oh,
really
wow.
tiny. Give me a second. Zoom in.
Zippity zoom
Hello.
da, zip
I
Now.
just see black.
Now, yes, let me deal with that. Let's consider you have a bit of light.
Let's also consider
Yay.
having eyes.
Mm.
So,
Uh,
borrowed.
yep.
As you land, as you crash into the water, you kind of dive in perfectly, and make no sound at all, and you are able to go back to the surface with just one or two kicks of your legs. Next to you, you are able to see Kriv, Riviera, Vananoon, and Creed. Pyrolus, not Pyrolus.
Pyrolus
Sybil.
is on another mission.
Sybil, I'm getting confused with the name in the not updated
yeah,
name.
have I not changed that?
Not yet, no. Sybil is half sinking due to the weight of her armor, and Reardon is completely sinking. He's actually diving through towards the abyss.
Oh, sweet Jesus Christ.
Am I?
Wait a minute.
Okay.
I
Okay.
guess
Wait
that's
a minute.
because you got 3 people inside himself, so... he's
No,
not
I used your luck rolls.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Shit.
Uh,
Oh, okay.
Well, it's
Wow.
been nice playing with you guys.
Bye, Riordan.
Can
I don't know
Riviera try
what
to
up is.
go?
I'm swimming down, hoping to get out.
Can Riviera like dive to go try and get Reardon up?
Yes,
And,
and
can I go for the other person who's
yes.
drowning?
Civil.
Thank you.
So both of you roll me an athletics.
Okay.
Oh, no,
Do athletics. Shit. Well, guys, I guess I start drowning too.
No, that just means you're really slow, and so it's borrowed.
Uh,
You try to swim towards both your targets, but you're getting thrown back by the sea, the raging sea in the middle of the storm. It's very difficult for you to move forward. Creed, Vananoon, you can try also to act to help them.
Could I do any better by the fact that my boots allow me to run on water?
I will allow you an athletics with advantage because the water is... It's a storm, so it's not like a perfectly still water. You still have like fucking waves and stuff.
She's
So,
got
yeah.
an image of Creed tripping over waves.
Okay. Creed, you dive up, and to the biggest surprise of everyone else that can see you, except Sybil, you walk on water and start running towards Sybil, I guess.
Sybil would be his first choice, yes.
You get a bit troubled by the waves and all, but you do manage to catch Sybil and to pull her up to the boat that is right next to her. Vala,
Yeah.
you see Reardon kind of disappearing in the abyss, and you dive, and you let your own armor, the weight of your armor, kind of push you even further down, and you catch up with Reardon. You grapple him, and with very powerful kicks, you are able to come back here where Reardon is. So I'm going to move you next to him.
Oh, thank you.
Bring Riordan back to the boat and kind of toss him inside.
Creed would just start shouting to make sure everybody knows there is a boat over here.
Bard swims over to it.
I feel like Riviera would just like come back up after a little bit and just be like, I was trying to help, but Valor beat me
I
to
think
it.
I was swimming in the wrong direction.
Bless you.
Sorry.
It's all right. The sea's cold. So
Also, sorry, Taddy.
the water is
Yeah, I got there just
extremely
before she said Asgatiflablub.
the water is extremely dark. It's complete night outside. You're kind of lost of where you are and where you're supposed to be.
Shit.
Valor and Creed, do you get onto the boat or do you stay outside the boat?
No, you would get on the boat.
Creed will stay outside of the boat for now because it's looking a little bit crowded right now.
Yeah. As Valanoon and Kriv both get onto the boat, you can see the boat kind of sink in just a bit into the sea. So there's a bit of water that starts coming in just by the sheer weight of everyone on it.
I tell you what, I'm going to jump out for the moment.
Shouting over the waves, Creed just... Does anybody know where we're meant to be going? I thought this was meant to be an easy walk-to location.
They seem to
Same.
forget that the battlefield was water.
But
Well-
they're picking us up from here as well. If
Oh no.
If the transmitter doesn't work. Whatever the transmitter is.
Speaking of which,
not have
question, can
those-
I...
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. Can Riviera turn on the transmitter now? Or...
If you're using the transmitter, you are calling back the wormhole. That means you're going back home.
Never mind. But anyway,
I think what you want is Valanoon to turn on the tracking device.
that's what I meant. Yeah.
Would be good, yes. Can
So
I
there's
use
Valanoon do that.
Yes.
Can I use control flame to just sort of like sort of
Maybe do
Try
not
it
set the
when
boat
I'm-
on fire. It's
Be
scary.
careful,
Hold on.
Rose. We've got a wooden boat. It doesn't
Didn't
seem a
hear
good idea to
everything.
use fire.
Didn't hear everything you say, Kiri, because you cut out.
my bad. I said, can I use control flames to just sort of like hold my hand up and make a little sort of like heat lamp for everyone to sort of dry off?
I assume you can without setting fire to the boat.
It's
'cause-
like a small thing that I can literally just hold.
yeah,
my hand
the flame would not be enough to set fire to the boat, considering it is in the middle of a giant storm.
Yeah.
Yes.
As a question, would either myself or Safe be able to see the stars? Be able to see whether they recognize any constellations as to where we are?
That is exactly what I was going to ask you guys to roll me a perception roll.
I guess we're
Oh,
gonna
boy.
find out where we are. Woo!
Hey.
Hey.
Oh wow!
Oh.
Why am I?
Oh.
Oh, 1 minute. That's because I haven't set up
I
your
guess
character
you
sheet
have
for
the
that. 1
mass
minute.
of your hair wet and stuck on your face after the diving you had.
I mean, also it's fair because like Sybil and Kriv both failed, and they are the two people who don't have dark vision. So,
Yeah.
Certainly makes sense.
um,
Oh yeah, Kriv. Right.
Kriv is a dragonborn; they don't have dark vision.
Yeah. Just
That's the
remember.
one that makes the least sense.
Vala, you look around, you don't recognize anything.
Mm-hmm.
Riordan, Borrowed, and Creed, you look around and you notice there is a faint glimmer in that direction that would maybe indicate a coast.
Okay.
But as you're looking up to look at the constellations, the stars, etc., you don't recognize anything. You don't recognize any constellation, any symbol of stars. Riviera, on the other hand,
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Riviera.
you look at the stars and you know exactly where you are. You know these constellations. You've already been here once.
Oh, really?
You're
Like,
on
where
Kronos.
Wait, like the
Mm.
barren planet?
You're on Kronos.
Oh, I think.
So, you're saying this is a
Okay.
barren planet?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Can't
Out of character. This is a barren planet. However, I have a funny suspicion that we are
I mean,
on this planet.
You can
before
say
it goes
in
to shit.
character because you've been there. You know it's a barren planet.
Tanny
Oh,
says,
right, yeah.
no,
Yeah.
Kronos fuck
Kronos.
well.
In character. Yeah, we're okay. Well, to start off, it makes sense as to why you guys don't understand. we're in our universe, mine and Valor Noon's, and we're on Kronos. Doesn't make sense, because the last time I was there, it was a completely barren planet.
Huh.
Well, didn't that hippo man say we were going to be 1,000 years ago?
Yes.
Oh, that would make sense. That means I'm
That means...
I'm actually not born yet. That's surprising.
I mean, I'm not born yet either.
I technically don't know when I was born.
For the sake of things, can we perhaps try and make our way to the light? It's rather cold water.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we can, I guess, make our way to the coast. Might be a good idea.
Riviera, Riordan, Borrowed, and Creed. And also Kriv, but that doesn't really matter. As you discuss all this, suddenly you hear in the distance...
Ooh. Shit, okay.
What
I
kind
haven't
of
heard that
creature makes
before.
that noise?
I don't want to find out.
History check?
Nature check.
Nature check.
For Vandernoon and Riviera, they're the only one who can decipher this.
While they're doing that, just quick question: are there any oars on the boat?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're next to Kriv and Riviera at the moment.
I have a question. The sound we're hearing, are we hearing it at this time specifically?
Yes.
Uh,
Could you roll me a nature check to see if you manage
yeah,
to figure out what it is?
I have a pretty good idea what it could be, but yeah, I'm not sure if Alanon would actually know.
I mean, roll and we'll see. Apparently he does.
-2.
Riviera and Vandernoon, you know this sound. It is a kung that is approaching you. You're on the hunting grounds of a giant fish.
Yeah,
Giant putting it mildly.
yeah.
I
I think
that. Imagine something able to swallow the entire Sword Coast in a matter of an hour.
Oh,
So
yes.
we'll be going now, then.
I feel
Okay.
like
Does
Valanoon
anything-
and Riviera would just share a look of just.
Does anything scare it? Does anything scare it at all?
Let's not discuss that now.
No,
Let's just get to
usually
the
you
shore.
run when you see that.
Okay. then
Creed,
let's go.
Creed will run round to the back of the boat and start pushing.
Yeah, both of you
Raiden is
push.
going to start kicking like he's never kicked before.
Kriv, Vandernoon, before you leave the boat, Kriv kind of points to you the other oar and says, row.
Yeah, even the roaring.
Can I have, from the people on the boat, a
Yes.
perception at normal and the people outside the boat perception at advantage?
Ooh, yay me.
Sure
I
thing.
don't
I mean-
know whether that's going to be.
Perception.
Perception.
Okay. It's alright. It's alright. It's okay.
No, still
I
no.
think my foot
Seven.
touched something.
No, if you felt something, you'd be already swallowed.
Okay, so suddenly almost everyone, apart from Sybil, who's focusing on directing the rowers to the coast,
And Valanoon,
and
who's
Vandernoon, who's
dead set on
focused
rowing.
on the rowing part, you notice about here is
boy.
a wave that seems to come from under the sea, and you see like the crest of a fish.
Under
I
the
don't like
sea.
I don't like that at all.
Oh, darling, it's better. Don't worry, it's better. Take it from me.
And the more
from
it
you.
advances,
Uh-oh.
more you seem to see a giant shadow under the water.
Oh boy.
That is, to be fair, about 100 times the size of your boat.
Sammy, being able to see the GM layer at the moment is a real disadvantage. Because that thing's scary. I don't like it. Let's get out of here.
So roll me a athletics, Vandernoon, and I will roll one with Kriv as well.
Question: how far away is it?
Sorry?
How far away is it?
From you, you'd say it's now about here, so it is
Jesus Christ.
about 100 feet away from you.
So you better hurry because this shit is fucking big.
Yeah, no. I don't even think. Never mind. Plan was. Let's just row. Row and swim.
Now we're kind of happy that we got Riordan and Sybil back without losing much time.
Riordan and Creed.
Yes.
Suddenly, from behind you, you hear a massive sound and another cry from the beast. And as you look behind you, you see a giant monstrosity.
Ah,
Jesus Christ.
we're gonna need a bigger boat.
It
I don't want
has.
to be eaten by Godzilla, thank you.
It hasn't yet taken much mind to you. It has noticed you, but it seems to be trying to look for something bigger to eat. But maybe if it doesn't find anything, it will turn its attention to you next.
Can I try and
Act.
cast a minor
find
illusion to try and convince it to go like a little ball of light to try and direct it towards the big fish over there?
Act small.
Yeah,
Just
you
going
can try.
Just going to extinguish the little fire I had in my hands.
So you're trying to what? To create a light?
I want to sort of create a little light and something to this guide its eye off to the bigger fish.
Okay, could you roll me a d20?
Okay. Roll 20, play nice.
You set the boat on fire!
It dives into the sea. The light that you've created it in that direction, for example.
Yeah.
It dives into the sea and goes into the direction of the light. But by diving into the sea, it creates a wave effect
Oh no.
that pushes your boat quite
Hold
quite
on
badly.
tight.
Riordan and Creed, could you roll me a strength check to stay on the gripped to the ship? Yeah.
It's been a pleasure playing with you guys.
Just a
And then we start
check.
playing the violin.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
12.
no.
Creed, you managed to stay attached to the ship. Riordan, you're swept away by a giant wave. And as your friends go a bit away, like here, actually, I'm going to move Riviera and I don't know here as well. And Creed goes here. Riordan, you are thrown here. And you start once again to have difficulty swimming. You are swirled away by all the water.
Can I try and throw my rope towards the people?
Yes, roll me dexterity, please.
Just a straight dexterity?
Straight dexterity, yeah.
Oh, God.
I have a go at throwing.
I think
Yeah.
roll 20 wants me to die tonight, guys.
I'm not going to be much better, but I'm on the front not doing anything, so.
Come on,
I mean,
Sybil.
if borrowed helps you, I can allow you
Yeah,
advantage.
Yeah, I will.
Okay,
So-
I'll just roll it a second time.
Let's see if you do. Yeah.
Okay.
Riordan, you throw your rope, and literally it lands in front of your nose. But then you get smacked in the face by another rope that comes from the boat.
I grab hold of the other rope.
Multiplied.
I'd like to grab my rope as well so I don't lose it.
You can grab your rope and the other rope.
Yeah. So, yeah, I grab both ropes.
Sybil and Borrowed, are you pulling in Riordan, or are you just holding Riordan and he's kind of jet skiing his way to the coast?
We will try and pull him in because I don't
Try
really
and
want
pull
him
him in.
floating about out there.
I don't know. The fact that our boat is currently surfing in on a giant wave
Oh yeah.
with Riordan just jet skiing behind us.
Funny visual, actually.
It's a great visual, but maybe that's
So either Borrowed or Sybil roll me a strength at advantage.
Shall I do it? I've got +3.
Yeah, you do it. I got a +1. Borrowed is not strong.
Riordan, you're getting pulled in and you arrive at the side of the boat.
Thank God.
As the surfing
Hi
continues.
guys.
The surfing
I'm getting sick of
continues,
the water.
but you also hear the sounds of the Kung a bit further away, and it seems to have changed targets this time.
Okay.
Thank God for that.
Does the
Um,
target seem to be further away from us now?
No, it seems
Or
to be
is it
you.
us?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
It worked
it
out
seems-
the light wasn't a thing.
It seems to have found the light and just realized that it wasn't a thing, so now it's coming for you.
Wait, what happened
Okay,
to the
I
other big
might
fish?
have. I might have. There wasn't another big fish.
There wasn't?
That
It was
was
just
the
it?
only one.
Oh,
Reared
oh,
and
no.
cast like a light to distract him. Sadly, that didn't work. Well, it did for a bit. Okay. I might have something that could work.
I mean, I
Mhm.
could make.
Okay.
Depends how you rule fly.
So
Maybe get us all out of
Sam.
here.
Yes.
It's true. So I have Beast Illusion.
Yes.
Would I be able to cast it and maybe spawn 5 creatures? Okay. Could I perchance cast Beast Illusion and maybe bring forth 5 of the what are those really giant rock goblin things?
That's a
Can't remember
giant
the name
goblin.
of them. Oh,
It's called a
then
giant
5
goblin.
of those. Then 5 of those, please.
Okay, cast me your spell.
Right? I'll just actually I'll do it at level 3.
Oh,
Why not?
Jesus.
So 5, eh? Okay.
Yes, 5's pretty please.
Could
And I
you
want to
tell
do
me
them.
roughly where?
Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea. I would like to cast it, preferably behind the Kung.
Behind the
Like,
Kung, okay.
yeah, so like it turns
Um,
around and
roll me a wisdom to try and figure out where the Kung is, because it's underwater, you can't see it well.
fair enough. So wisdom. Okay, just straight wisdom or wisdom save?
Wisdom, straight.
Shit.
Okay, you cast a bit randomly, and so there's a giant goblin that
Ah!
arrives just next to you. There's another that arrives a bit further away. There's another that arrives in front of the Kung. Another that arrives here, and another that is completely lost to the sea.
You cast
Um,
confusion on the Kung.
Cast confusion on me.
And also, Riviera, those poor creatures that you just summoned starts to drown immediately because giant goblins swim. So they're like, and well, even this one actually gets taken by the same wave as you and just flows away with you.
Come with us, friend.
But in the background, you can hear the carnage as the Kung arrives and attacks one of the giant goblins, and you can hear very clearly the poor creature getting slaughtered and eaten.
I'm sorry, your sacrifice was was I don't know. Oh god.
Creed just looks up and sees these creatures appearing and go, are these friends or foes? Because if they're foes, I don't want to know.
Normally, yes. But in
just-
this case, they're friends/sacrifices.
The guy next to you, the giant goblin next to you, looks at you like, why?
Sorry.
Vala and no, actually Riviera and Creed. You are the guys at the back of the boat who are kind of steering the boat. Could you roll me a dexterity to try and keep the boat afloat as the wave come crashing on the coast?
Can one of us roll and give the other
Dexterity, was it?
advantage?
That's Riviera and Creed. One of you can give advantage to the other.
Okay, I have a 3. What
I
do you
also
got?
have a 3.
Dur.
You have advantage.
Alright, okay. Whatever you say.
Ladies first,
Uh,
actually.
18?
Okay. The boat capsizes.
Oh no.
How?
But you are just thrown onto the shore, not with any harm at all.
That's good then.
Oh yay, a new map.
A nap?
A new map.
A nap.
A nap. It's
Oh,
time
I
for
had a
nap
nap.
Wait.
time.
I'm sorry. Why is it only Creed and Riviera on the shore?
No, there
Scroll
are
down.
others down there.
You are kind of spread out on the shore.
Okay.
I didn't
I was scared for a second.
I didn't see Sybil for the longest time, and I was weirdly worried.
Oh.
Okay, then let's
For
get
the
on to shore.
longest time. Creed just kind of starts wringing out his monk robes and just like.
Really sees you doing that and strips down and starts wringing out his.
I've got salt water in my mouth.
Well, hold on, that's not a problem. Just hold on, come here. And Bard will snap, and Creed is dry.
Ah. That's better.
Anyone else?
Oh god,
you're
put some
offering.
clothes on.
All right, I'll put the clothes back on so long as you dry them.
Sure. Yeah. His fingers again.
Oh,
Dry.
thank you for that.
Alright, let's
Riviera,
start
you?
moving. Sure, why not?
Kriv?
Sybil hasn't actually got up yet. She's just laying on the sand, just staring at the sky like, what the hell is this?
Creed will crouch down next to her.
Kriv is kind of helping Vanonen get out of the sea, because Vanonen would be kind of impaired by his armor. Okay.
That's what I've been casting this entire time.
The storm seems to linger only on the sea, and you are no longer under its effects. But all around you, you hear very clearly the sounds of fighting and bombing.
Oh, that...
Can we tell where it's coming from?
Kind of in that general direction.
Every way that isn't the sea.
Yeah.
The bombing sounds, is that similar to anything that what would we liken it to?
It would sound to you like possibly it would sound like an erupting volcano to you.
I would assume like maybe fireball spells.
Yeah, fireball spells and all. But for Vanonen and Riviera, they can very clearly these are plasma bombs. So consider like a nuclear strike from afar.
So, 29 fireballs.
Yeah, big fireballs.
Creed will look in the syringe pouch. How many syringes does he have?
He has 6.
He takes 3 of them and passes them to Sybil.
You have a red, a yellow, and a blue each.
Do they come with instructions?
They would, but it's metagaming, if I do say. But let's just say that the red increases your attacks by 2 points and damage by 2 points. The blue increases your ability score by 1 point, and the yellow increases your spell attack by 2 points.
Creed will look at the instructions and then just silently hand over his yellow one.
And they work for an hour.
Ah.
Just in case you need it.
Reardon,
Yes.
as you walk a bit further along the beach, you find what seemed to you like a ruined shrine or temple. It seemed like a place of cult. And laying in the ruins are the bodies of 3 people in armors that you would recognize from a guy that you've seen on the Spelljammer called Elliot. He has kind of the same kind of armor.
Huh. That's so you're better. Hey, you know that guy on the ship, the weird one. Where's all that fancy armor everywhere? It looks a bit like these ones. Who are they?
Probably Riviera would go over and see what he's on about.
Dia.
Was he involved in this fight?
Valenoon, could you roll me an intelligence check at advantage, please? Or a history check at advantage?
Yes, I think I can go with this story advantage. Yeah.
You recognize those to be very old Imperial uniforms and battle armors. Probably from the time of Emperor Maekar.
Yes, I know some of those words.
So, in what state are they at the moment?
They are battered. There's slashes on the armor. These guys have been brutally killed with blaster shots. You can see burning marks that would indicate possibly some fireballs have been thrown, and some stabbing wounds.
Can I, how to say that? Would my history check be enough to remember what battles happened on Chronos between Imperials and, if I recall correctly, Rykans?
Yeah. This would be enough for you to remember that you are, at the moment, from what you can gather, in the time where Chronos was being invaded by the Imperials. And so the fight happened, broke out between the Iraqis and the Imperials. Riviera, could you roll me a history check at advantage as well?
I can do such a thing. Advantage. History. 18.
Okay. And Riviera, you also remember suddenly the catastrophe that's supposed to be happening. The catastrophe that's supposed to be happening.
That is a cheaty way to send a message to the GM.
Yep, that's actually Route 20 is a bit of a
no, because you tried to
yeah, I noticed
go
my mistake.
Yeah. So Riviera, you remember that this would be around the time that the Empire bombarded the entire planet of Kronos so badly that it destroyed the planet completely, rendering it barren. Completely destroyed.
Oh, shit.
And this would probably be the cataclysmic event that Warrington was referring to.
Oh my god. Valerie, do you realize what this means? Yes.
Also, Rivera, roll me quick perception. Actually, all of you who are near the ruins can roll perception.
Okay.
I have been poking this body for the past.
Yeah, the body doesn't really move. It's dead. It's very dead.
It's very, very dead.
Are we sure it's actually dead or dead not dead?
Oh no, yeah,
Why do you think I've been poking?
It's very dead. It's very, very dead. Riviera, you notice, and actually everyone notices, inscriptions on this rock here, and that seem fairly new. But only Vananoon and Riviera can read them.
It's correct.
I don't have
as the others I know won't have the language for it.
I don't have eyes the sorry.
But Riviera, I assume you would translate it, maybe?
Nah,
Borrowed.
just keep the information to myself.
Borrowed has
Yes,
that
I would
same thing
translate.
that Romat has.
Yeah. So Borrowed would read it as well.
No, I was saying I don't have it. I think I
Oh,
cut
you
out.
don't have it. He
don't. I said
doesn't.
I don't. I'll be taking it next time, maybe.
Kronos.
about it.
Kronos will not fall. We stand behind Arcane.
Which seems to confirm to you your theory of being in the middle of that conflict.
I've got bad news for these guys.
Should
Well-
we get a move on then? Trying to get out of here as quickly as possible.
Lady Riv, did you say that Kronos was a barren land in your time?
Yeah. That, I guess 1,000 years ago, the Imperial Empire and my people, the Orreryans, fought over this land. It used to belong to us, but the Empire came and bombed it until it turned to nothing. But the Orreryans fought hard to support the king. So
this was Imperial land, or
this, what
your people?
was it originally?
It was
think
it was originally Orrery land. It got invaded by the resistance from the Orrery caused a general that went a bit extreme, who bombarded the entire planet until nothing lived there anymore.
Mm-hmm. So I repeat all that, and now it's just a barren planet that I guess technically the Empire owns now.
They own it. Yep. They have mining
Yeah.
facilities on it.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to
So-
go before we get bombed into oblivion.
I would assume
Pretty
that would be the
much.
plan.
Whatever
And
a bomb
as-
is.
And as much as I would like to stop it, we cannot get involved in this war in any way. Because who knows what it would change to our universe if we tried to stop it.
Not to mention, we only have 10 hours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
Not a
Bella,
lot can be done in 10 hours.
as you're looking at your tracking device, you see there is a timer on your tracking device. You
They
have
thought
9
of
hours
everything.
and 30 minutes left before the bombing happens.
They thought of everything with that thing.
Well, that was before the
Evidently.
bombs. I thought it was before they would stop trying to get us back. Oh boy.
I guess they stopped trying to get us back when there's no us to get back.
The tracking device directs you to go through that cave, Vernon.
Okay. Vernon will move in this way and tell to the others, come on, we won't have much time.
Crave turns to Sybil.
Ah,
You're doing okay?
Yeah. Yeah, we just need to get this done.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Wait, before we go in there.
You're
Before
like-
we go in there.
yes. Do you want to cast
Um,
Fireball?
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
cast
can't.
fireball into the cave once, as
all-
soon as Reardon has gone in. No.
Everything.
Holy fire.
You're killing me. No. Anyways, so I should let you guys know that although the timer we have gives us 9 hours and 30 minutes, I do have a spell to use in case something goes wrong, in case one of us dies or anything like that. I only have a limited number of times to use it though, and I'll explain it more once, if I actually have to use it. But, anyways, okay, let's go in.
You go into the cave, and Reardon is already quite advanced in the cave.
Of course he is.
He
We're not
didn't.
as fast as you.
He didn't seem to have waited for you. The cave is very large and seems to have been dug by the sea itself. And there's traces that would indicate that normally this cave would be inhabited by some large monster, but the monster left its lair.
Hopefully it doesn't return.
I'm just waiting to see if there's a new map.
There is a new map. I'm just modifying a bit the order of march because someone decided to go first. And
The monks.
YOLO.
Try not to die in the Christmas crossover, please.
Yeah, your team needs you
Oh,
in the other campaign.
That's
Oh,
okay.
Lord have mercy.
Where are we? Oh, yeah.
you arrive in the middle of a swamp at the exit of the cave. And the first thing that strikes you immediately is the very heavy scent of sulfur and brimstone that comes from the swamp.
Lovely.
Just like home.
Borrowed sneezes.
Bless you.
Can we see anything?
What is?
You see all around you there's corpses of once again seem to you like imperial uniforms from what Valen would have described. But these do not seem to you to have been killed by any attacks. They seem to have been killed by the air.
Bloody yeah. Oh boy.
Where's Hal when we need him?
Let's see. I have an idea. I would like to take off a scrap of clothing, enough to be able to tie around my face.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to pee on the scrap of clothing to try and help block some of the hazardous materials which come through.
Why do you resolve so many things by peeing?
Well, actually, that used to be a tactic from the World War II, but...
It seems that a lot of his problems can be resolved by peeing on things.
But okay, yeah, you do that.
Fireball and piss, they solve everything.
Yeah, basically turning back. Basically, this is a gas mask. Well,
I mean,
a mask to keep out the gases.
Bird snaps and smell dissipates, and then slowly starts to come back. I can just keep doing that.
Well,
You don't have
fair
to.
enough, but how much of a distance can you keep doing that to?
How much of a distance can I keep doing that to?
What are you casting?
Prestidigitation to make it smell nicer.
Well, it's not
No,
something
that-
that they smell nicer. If it smells nice and still poisonous, that's still bad for you.
Ah, never mind.
And it wouldn't work on such wide area.
I believe that, yeah, the poisonous gas will just smell really nice when it kills us.
It's kind of like
Never mind.
Febreze. It's kind of like
That's my
Febreze.
statement.
Just
Yeah, I suggest you'll piss on some clothing and wrap it around your face. In the meantime, Raiden starts walking off.
As you
maybe
okay.
don't walk too far.
Ridden,
Yes,
could you roll me a dexterity saving throw, please?
yes. Please,
What if
this
you-
is meant to be something I'm good at.
Hey, evasion.
Reardon, you turn to the others, say, "Okay, put something on your nose, and then follow me." And you walk right into a quicksand. And you start like you're like, this is weird. I'm kind of going down, and then you look down on your legs, and you have already like your thighs are in the ground, and you're slowly sinking.
Can I use
That's a
my
funny
quarterstaff to see how deep the quicksand is?
Yes. The quarterstaff would indicate to you that it would be deep enough to swallow you whole.
Okay, that might be a problem then.
Creed pulls up his scarf just over his face.
I'm going to pull out my quarterstaff and dangle it back the way I was and towards someone and say, "Little help, please." Trying desperately not to struggle too much.
Who
Sybil-
goes and help?
Sybil will hand Creed the rope. At one end, she's kind of looped it around herself on the other, and will shuffle out, not sure where the quicksand starts.
As Sybil does this, Creed just holds up a finger. My boots let me walk on water.
Do they work on quicksand?
If it's fluid, it might.
Reardon is now waist into the quicksands.
I try and
Switch places and try it.
I mean, if nothing else, you're still holding the other end of the rope and can pull me out. Whereas...
Go for it.
I was going to say, tie the rope around you. You have enough to tie around you and to get to me.
Yeah.
Creed, as you step next to the quicksands, your boots do support you.
Yay! Here's a rope.
Thank you, buddy.
Loop it around him. And he's not going to hang on so we can pull him out.
Just drop a loop of rope over under his shoulders.
Can I ask something as well? Does this quicksand, does it look any different from anywhere else around the floor? Like, does it look like a trap or anything like that?
You wandered a bit too close to the bog and not the solid parts. That's why you went to the quicksands.
It all looks the same. Does it look different?
The parts that are safe would be all this.
Right.
There's literally one bug and you walk straight into it.
Does it look like someone intentionally concealed it to try and trap somebody, or is it literally just Riordan just didn't look?
It's the bug has the appearance of moss, so if you don't look at it, it would look like solid ground.
By the way, can I use survival to see tracks and see if there's any
But
sign
first
of
of all-
passage?
First of all, I would ask someone to roll strength to pull out Riordan, and then you can roll survival.
So the rope is next to Sybil?
I think Sybil is holding the other end of the rope.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Valanud will help with that. Oh no, it's not safe, it's normal.
Yeah, that's still enough. You pull out Riordan with difficulty.
We would pull slowly so that he can readjust his weight and not just try and tear him in half.
Yeah. Riordan, you're dirty, but you're safe.
That's fine.
And your entire lower half is now naked, because that's also your choice.
So
that's
Vanna, you wanted to roll survival to see tracks. So roll your survival.
Ugh.
There are a number of tracks.
I will assist with that.
Okay. You assist or you also do it?
I assist.
Okay, so roll at advantage, Vanna.
Yep. Advantage, survival, there we go.
No, the exact same number but reversed. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you see a number of tracks. First of all, you see the tracks of the people who are now dead in the swamp that seems to have had a march order about here, and then scampered off a bit in all directions from about here. But you also notice there are tracks of swamp snakes in this bog, and other little creatures that you can't really identify.
Okay. So Valanu mentioned the existence of swamp snakes, basically creatures that are pretty large in size and very vicious and attacking. So he advised people to actually be very careful about where they step so that they don't get ambushed by the creatures if they're around.
Okay.
Right then.
Good to know.
I recall that this guy is a bit as logs and piece of dead wood. Like that.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure.
Right.
Creed will look to Borrowed and just point to Riordan's quicksand-soaked lower half.
Oh, yeah, sure. Snaps his fingers again.
Oh, thanks. You don't have to worry, but still.
It's easier.
Did you make the sand disappear or?
It cleans or prestidigitation.
Oh, okay. Convenient.
It cleans or sullies anything that I can just sort of see within a certain radius. And I choose clean.
Okay, in which case, for the sake that we know there's quicksand here now, through no one's fault, for the sake I have a nice quarterstaff, which I think is a good poking stick, I suggest that we walk carefully and just make sure that nothing else happens that way.
Creed will flip another quarterstaff out.
Perhaps we
That's
can
nice,
people
but this
in
one's a dragon slayer.
And then another quarterstaff will appear in his hands.
When you say Dragon Slayer, Crave looks at you like,
Well,
Don't worry.
it's
Not-
accurate.
not
You kill the dragon,
Dragonborn
look, yes,
Slayer.
I think if you guys are going in front, then we need ropes on each of you, just in case.
Yes.
That's a very good idea.
That'll just slow us down.
It will
Nope.
mean we can go faster because we'll know that you're safe.
Sybil is correct. Time for a buddy system. Everyone get into pairs.
No, this is like I don't like being tied. How am I supposed to help if I can't just go ahead and find?
Creed just grabs his rope, ties it around Riordan, and then gives it to Nemesis.
Can I try and get away? Can I try and not get tied up?
roll me a dexterity, and Creed roll me an opposing dexterity. Yeah. Riordan, you try to flee, and you don't see the tail of Creed that swipes you in the face, and before you know it, you're tied.
I'm not happy about this.
I just imagine you stood there sulking like a toddler. Just like, no.
I mean, if you
Okay,
don't move, if
How
you don't
long
lead
do
the
I
crew,
have? How much room do I have?
you have about 30 feet of rope, so you can go up here.
I just imagine Riordan going like this, and this, and this, and this, and this. Like, oh, west.
Creed
no.
will take the end of Sybil's rope and tie it around himself.
Riordan and Creed, could you roll me, please, a perception check?
Yes.
No.
Apparently you can.
Ooh.
Riordan, you notice this bush here seems
Right.
to release spores around it.
Right.
And it seems to cover about 15 feet around the spores, and you don't need to be very, very good to understand that it must be those bushes that create those this toxic atmosphere, because you can see those bushes kind of everywhere around.
I will sort of yell that one back, saying, "Right, we've got dangerous bushes which seem to be filling the air with their poison, I think.
What do they look like?
Bushes.
Can you be any more specific?
They're bushes with things coming out of it that look like they fill the air."
Riordan, roll me a nature check at advantage.
14.
The bushes in question also have very, very small white and red flowers that are in the shape of spikes.
you have small white and red flowers which seem to be in the shape of spikes.
Oh. I'll keep my eye open.
Okay. Oh yeah, who am I tied to?
Crave.
Crave.
Okay.
You're
Right.
literally tied to the GM if you want.
Do I still have that P rag tied up around my belt?
I think you didn't remove it, so yeah.
Okay. For the sake of can we see where we're actually aiming to go?
Vananon, do you still have the tracking device up?
Yes.
The tracking device tells you to go south east, so that would be this direction.
Yep.
Okay.
You would go there and follow the tracks that. Following the tracks should prevent us from going into more quicksand.
Okay.
And
In
maybe
which
straight
case-
back.
I am going to see whether my pea-soaked rag is going to help against these things.
No.
Riordan, are you in range of my thingy? Yes, you are. Oh, Valor is also in range of my thingy.
Oh, I was following the tracks.
Well, Valor, you take... Because you don't have any protections on your Valor, right?
A protection on?
On your mouth, on your nose.
You don't have any
No.
breathing protection.
No.
Okay, so you take the full damage of that.
Rag.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Riordan, you will take half the damage of that.
Oh boy. Half the damage of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
lovely.
28 reduced to 14.
Oh boy.
Ow.
Vanna, as you approach and take a big breather of those spores, it feels your lungs are burning and you suddenly cough out blood.
Mm-hmm.
And Riordan, same happens, except that since you have your mask on, your blood kind of spurts on the mask itself, kind of and spurting back in your face.
Lovely.
I'd like to sort of yell back, or sort of back up.
Yeah, move back up.
Out the way and say, okay, it seems to be applied by breathing. What I would suggest is that we hold our breath and run.
Oh, that seems. Yeah, sure.
So
Are
exactly
ya?
which direction are we running?
I mean, I thought we were going
Maybe go
this way.
You're going
Okay.
southeast, so you can avoid them.
We've
Okay.
got 30
Sorry,
feet.
I didn't see that bit when I came down to it. Okay, so I'm going to keep... So we're going that way. Right, well, let's go that way then.
We've
Well,
got
was
30
it-
feet of rope. So
Yeah.
if you guys go ahead and we keep the rope vaguely
Raylan is just
taut,
trying to run as fast as he can that way now, so...
then hopefully we can, yeah.
I was just thinking when we're all stood around here, like, these three have a rope between them, Creed and Sybil have a rope between them, Nemesis and Riordan have a rope between them. Our
I
ropes
think
are just
I-
getting
it's-
all kinds of tangled up, and we're just like,
It's-
sorry,
Oh,
back
don't
up a
worry.
bit. Step over it.
I will say that at some point along this point, thanks to obviously his brewing kit, I'm sure he has a knife. Where it is trying to subtly, without anyone seeing, cut the rope.
Roll me stealth.
You're doing that right in front of Creed.
I mean, Crave doesn't notice. Does anyone has a passive perception above 18?
Nope.
Let me double
Do I
check.
even have a passive perception?
Uh,
Yes, I do. But I don't have
I
it.
do. Minus 19.
Riviera, you notice that Riordan is trying to cut the rope.
Fireball!
No,
That is not
I
gonna
would-
help.
I would go over to Riordan and I'd go up behind him so as to like so he doesn't notice me at first. I'd be like, Riordan, what are you doing?
I don't like this. I don't like this. Gotta get it free. Gotta get free.
Riordan, okay. Revere would
I thought you were trying to
Gently.
be discreet.
I am trying to be discreet, but someone's found me.
He
Revere would
feels
be like-
trapped.
okay. I don't know who that was exactly speaking.
So that's Gorley. Gorley, this is.
Hello, Riviera.
Hi, Gorley.
Not only
You
that.
sound lovely. Look, Raiden, I know this isn't ideal, but you gotta understand that in our world, there are a lot more dangerous things and crazy shit and very foreign things to you that could easily kill you in an instant, which would get rid of you and the two others who are inside your head. So really we aren't doing this to restrain you. We're doing this so you don't, die instantly. So any of us don't die instantly.
A convincing argument.
I don't understand. I welcome death.
Well, I don't, says Kriv, because I already died once and I don't want to do it again. So now you shut up, you keep moving, and if I hear you yap again about death and how cool it is, I'm fucking smacking you in the face.
I'm not saying death is cool. I'm saying it's a release.
Okay,
Kriv, at this point, tears out his collar, and you can clearly see, Reardon, that he is infected with the death curse. Release! Really? Fucking curse.
You can also see a very
Yay.
nasty scar across his neck.
Okay,
Oh,
so maybe it's not the best idea that you two are tied up together, Kriv. How about you go join Valenuna 4? And I'll get tied up with Reardon, and then we'll proceed from there. Because clearly you two have very different opinions. So yeah. So let's just switch things out before we die. Because at the end of the day, we do have a mission to focus on here. So.
Sure. Gives you the rope. Hey guys.
Hello.
Like this.
Look, Reardon, if it makes you feel any better, I'll let you lead the way.
It would make me feel better if I could use my full potential. I'm already
it's
leading the
only-
way because we have to. And
Ah.
you're pulling me back if I die.
You hear? Did.
We need to move.
I agree.
Once we're
So-
away from the quicksand, we can
Yeah,
untie.
once we're away from all this crap, then we can untie each other. But while we're traveling through this area, we should probably stay tied up. We are waiting at the team building exercise.
As you yeah, go ahead.
Go the Pride Blossoms.
You two don't count. You're already married.
Oh.
No, they count.
As you leave the bogs, the smell of sulfur and brimstone kind of fades, replaced by more happy smells of spices and flowers and nature in all its glory.
I like these ones.
These ones are so much better.
It's
These-
too suspicious, though.
These ones
I was going to say the same.
Do you
Oh.
untie the ropes?
If there's no sign of quicksand, yeah.
If
Yeah,
there's
you're
no
out.
sign of
You're
There
still
was
in
no
the
sign of
bogs.
quicksand last time.
You're
No,
still in
I retract that statement. I didn't say anything.
you're still in the bogs, but you don't see any big quicksand or watery hole that would probably suck you down in one
So
go.
maybe
Then we
untie the
sh-
ropes but keep them ready.
yes.
And tread
So-
carefully.
Just yes. So unties the rope. Ariaden, we're getting untied now, but please don't run too far ahead.
Why does no one ever want me to help the way I help?
See, Maddie understands this because she plays another character who has encountered you like this.
Oh,
but
Riviera has no clue.
Riviera has no clue, so just tilts her head. She's like, I don't know who else, like, I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but this is really just for the good of the mission.
I don't know what you're talking about, but rude, dude. You arrive in another part of the that seems to be kind of mixed between a swamp and a forest, and you can hear in the distance fighting, but that sounds way closer to you.
Oh, interesting. I feel like we're on another map now. Oh, what are the perfect timing?
What are those sounds?
Sounds like magic.
Sounds like a
That's
odd form of magic.
This is a battle.
Yeah,
What's a battle?
Bella's got it right.
What,
Did you
what
ask
kind of
what's a
battle is
battle?
that? I said, what kind of battle?
Oh, okay.
What kind of battle is that?
I was like, what?
Reardon being like, "What's a battle, really?"
We never had those in the Dark Ages.
Some kind of magical battle.
Also, you ask what kind of battle? I mean, there's not like 10,000 kinds of battles. So Valanu will look like he doesn't understand the question, because for him, when he says there's a battle, that means people are actively trying to kill each other with stuff.
Yes,
I mean,
It's-
I've never
that's
heard
a-
what's allowed.
that's a sensible way of looking at it.
To put it simply, guys, we have in this universe we have a lot of technological advances and more powerful magic here, so that's probably why you're hearing it so loudly and so it sounds so loud and forceful
I
and
do
stuff.
I do have a full question. Aren't there some spells in D&D that actually sounds like lasers?
No.
Yeah, I mean, there's some that have definite like laser-like effects, laser-like spells, which is why I think that Creed's first reaction would be, and probably most of the other D&D characters would be like, wizards are
magic.
fighting. Magic. We understand this.
Can't spell that yet.
It's also quite different because there's lasers and lasers. All lasers don't do the same sound. Quoting Star Wars, for example, they don't do always the same sound.
Yeah,
So
that actually works.
But yeah,
This technology, and she'll hold up her shield and sword. Are these any good?
They do. Yeah, no, they definitely do some good here. However, points to Valanoon's sword. This probably could deal a lot more damage because Valanoon's sword has magical effects too, doesn't
Yes,
it? Right?
but I think also isn't Brandon's sword when it's non-combat is you can only see the handle, if I remember.
yeah, you can't see the blade of it. It looks like it's just holding like a broken sword with just the handle and the hilt.
Imagine he just holds it up and you guys are just looking at it and just be like,
you broke
Okay,
it.
there's
Well, I
nothing
can
there.
make one of those.
Riviera, you would know that Sybil's shield and sword would work. The shield would be able to probably protect her from lasers. It would get heavily battered though, but it would do the job.
Yes. I say that to Sybil. Thankfully your shield will be able to protect you from any of the lasers. Which I imagine you don't know what are, but basically they're colorful beams of, I guess, let's
Death.
just say yeah, of death and magic. Let's just say
Colorful
they're
beams
colorful
of-
beams.
Colorful beams, we know.
Basically,
Oh,
everything
so-
that
Usually
moves
means-
faster than a human is dangerous. That should say that.
Oh,
As-
that's easy. I can move faster than a human.
I can move
That's
faster than a
okay.
human.
As you guys move forward, all
Mhm.
discussing that, you can clearly hear people shouting and saying things like, "Get down! Get down! They're flanking us! They're flanking us!"
That doesn't sound good.
Can we hear where that's coming from?
Straightforward.
Okay,
Like,
so maybe
are
we
we-
shouldn't.
What's the
Where
tracking
does-
device saying?
Yes.
You must move straight forward.
Okay.
Oh,
so
shit.
both go.
All right. So
Okay.
Just
Everyone's-
preemptively, Borrowed will nervously a longsword will appear in his hand.
Kriv, seeing Borrowed taking his longsword, takes out his 2 warhammers.
When Riviera confirms that swords still work, Creed is like, universal. Stick somebody else with sharp, pointy metal, they fall over. Cool.
Quick question. Can we see
Yes.
this guy?
Yes, he is. His back is turned to you, so you don't. He doesn't notice you. He seems to be shooting at people in front of him, and you
Front
can
of him
see
in which...
you can
that
see
direction?
lasers going that direction and that direction. Yeah, he's shooting that direction.
Right.
Okay.
Did you say the
I-
tracker takes us straight through there?
Yeah, you can notice there is a large ravine, and there is a wooden bridge, which is just a couple of logs put together, and they seem to be fighting on the bridge.
Can
Hey.
I walk up to behind the guy?
So, quick question, Lady Riv.
Mm-hmm.
Which side is he on?
What side is he on?
Roll me. I would allow you to roll me a history on an intelligence to try and figure it out.
History or intelligence? I'll do
Okay,
history.
no stealth.
Nope.
Okay.
Shit, no.
You have no idea. You have no idea.
I have no idea.
So
But
Borrowed,
he's either in an Imperial or an Orakian, probably.
Borrowed, you walk up to this guy.
The sword would unsummon his. Well, no, it'd still be summoned, but it would just sort of be at his side and not raised in any way. And he would just tap him on the shoulder and go, "Hello,
Turns
what's
around.
going on?"
What the fuck?
Hey, that's rude. Misses.
He tries to shoot you with his pistol, but you duck away.
Okay,
And
That is
He-
no way to treat someone you've just.
then calls his companions. They're here! They're here! Shoot to kill!
What? No,
What?
I just
Oh,
I just got here.
Oh, for love
Oh.
of Pete.
God damn it.
What? So what is this? I mean, how is it dressed? What?
Oh, good.
Is
Yeah,
dressed
Roll
with
20
a
wants to kill me today, I think.
Roll
He's
20
dressed
apparently
with-
doesn't want either of the monks to take part in this fight.
Ooh.
He's dressed with a long black robe. You wouldn't recognize him.
I think I've
I rolled a
broken
14
the
originally.
I think I've broken the rolling 100 on the D100 means you have bad luck for the rest of the session.
No,
Hey,
otherwise I
I've
think it
rolled
would be
2
going
natural
brilliant.
ones.
That's just you.
Yeah, that is just me.
Maybe that's the luck transfer. I don't know.
So, question. Now that he is facing us, do we recognize if he is... No, damn it. Okay, never mind. Wonderful.
I mean, you figure out really quickly that it must not be your friend since he just tried to shoot Borrowed. But
I also did catch him by surprise.
true. In the middle of a battle, which is not always the most sensible thing to do.
That's new friends. Oh, that's so many people.
John, can you take care of the battle music because it doesn't want to do its job apparently?
Okay, I will have words.
Dun, 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 dun,
While I
dun,
roll
dun,
the
dun.
Just Carol of Bells starts playing with the rock like heavy metal version of it.
Down.
So I've got Borrowed, I've got Sybil, I've got Valor Noon, Riviera, Riordan, Creed, and we're missing Kriv, I believe. Yeah. Kriv will do that. Okay. So this insurgent will continue shooting at his target. And miss. Borrowed.
Okay. I am going to. What am I gonna do? So much to do. As this guy is trying to shoot me,
Yeah.
I've said, well, that's really no way to greet someone you've only met, but if you insist, I'm going to hit him twice. Or try to hit him twice.
Well, you shall see.
Okay.
Yes, that's a hit.
And I'll just do the second one.
That is also a hit.
Forgive me if this doesn't work, but I think it's just...
So,
Nope, sorry, my bad. That's not... I tried to click on the damage.
yeah,
My
okay.
bad.
To click on the damage, just click on the longsword +1 on the chat.
Oh, right, yes, sorry. My bad.
So that's 9 points. And second damage, 15 points.
I don't know why it's only plus... Oh, that's...
It's 2 damage, I believe you have.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry, my bad.
So he takes the damage quite badly. You seem to have wounded him a bit. And so... it disengages from you.
Shame.
So that's... here. And will attempt to shoot at... If he can't find somewhere... Yeah, you can shoot anyone you want. Okay, so let's just roll a 1d6. No, not 1d7 actually. There's 7 people. Okay, that's Creed.
Hi.
So he will attempt to shoot at you with his sniper at disadvantage. No. That's a definitive no. You just hear a blaster shot land on a tree just above you. Sybil.
I mean, there's really not a lot of anything I can do. I can't see far enough forward to see what's happening because it's still dark, isn't it?
Yeah, the battle is happening in front of you. Actually, I could just drop the...
So, but she wouldn't be able to see that far, would she?
She would see lasers, like small lights coming like all directions that way, so she wouldn't know the battle is happening in front of her.
She'll just hold her action until something comes into range that she can see clearly enough to hit with a javelin.
I would still advise you to move forward, though, if you really want to be able to throw javelins at some point.
Yeah, well, she would sit there, like she can't see where the light's coming from, who's who, what's where. So it's only if something comes towards her that she will then throw the javelin.
Yeah. Burrowed. Does a 6 hit you? No. Cool.
No, it doesn't.
Continuing.
Hello.
Is he in your line of sight, this guy?
Which guy?
I believe he is. Sybil, the guy in front here. Can you see him?
Maybe just. He's literally right on the edge. I
Okay,
can reach the block
that-
behind him.
That will still trigger your attack if you want to do it.
Yeah, okie dokes. So javelin.
14 just misses.
Okay.
So Borrowed, this guy comes at you with a weird-looking rapier.
Oh, that's a weird looking rapier.
and tries to insert it into you at whoa.
He does.
He does a very, very cool hand flip and then drives it in your chest.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, ow.
Okay. No, that's fine. I'm gonna use some. No, I'm not gonna use that. Carry on.
And then as a bonus action, he whirls around and slaps you in the face with his cloak. Could you roll me a dexterity saving throw?
Certainly can do.
You are not dazed by the cloak slap you just received in the face.
That was rude. I'll burn you for it.
This guy moves forward and will attempt to shoot at people. And miss. Same here. Shoot, he shoots. Come on, at least someone hit. Okay, that's a hit. Thank you. Continuing.
Who did it hit?
One of the fencers on the other side of the bridge.
Oh, right.
I've got all my insurgents in one go. Okay, Vanna.
Yep. So I have certification. Yeah, I can actually get there. So it will join this one and activate his laser sword and prepare to attack.
So suddenly in front of you, Borrowed, the useless hilt that Valon was carrying around is now a giant sword with very big blue light emanating from it.
And he will wield it towards this one.
Yep. Okay. Where is he? She's here. That's a con save, right?
I have to get me one of those.
So he smashes the guard of the fencer, and the poor fencer loses an arm from.
I have to get me one of these.
Ah!
And then I can actually keep on the attack to actually finish him.
"'Tis but a scratch. 'Tis but my death." How do you want to finish him is the question.
I think he will actually cut him clean in half, starting from the right shoulder to the left waist.
So, Borrowed, the guy who was standing in front of you, is now in 2 pieces on the floor.
Gross.
You never seen death before?
No, it's just someone being cut in half and the wound way through.
That I finish my turn.
Okay. Then this guy comes in, goes about here, and will attempt to shoot at Bananoon first, because he sees that big guy, and he's not happy about it. Actually, hold on.
Oh,
That's an idea.
oh no.
I'm so concerned.
No!
Oh.
He throws it on his fucking feet. That's what happens. So he will take his own damage. So he tries to throw a thermal grenade, but kind of bumps into something and it falls on his feet. He's like, oh no.
He slips on some of his old friends' intestines.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he takes his own damage. And can he do anything else? Yeah, he can do that. So he wheels around with a heavy blaster and tries to shoot at Valanoon for a 17.
Yeah, Vernon got 17, so it's a 20.
It's a hit. It's a hit.
Mhm.
So hold on, that's an 11, but I add to that a. I had to that a slash 1d10 plus 5. So you take
24?
24 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
He whirls around and shoots with his left hand directly in the like small hole in the armor.
Mm.
Kriv will, I think, dash because no, I think he can make it. I think he can. Yeah, he can make it. He goes 40 speed. And will use his warhammer. And fuck, he's motivated.
Mhm. Not this time.
So yeah, he smashes him with the warhammer once and twice since it's a dual wielder. That's a miss though on the second one. And can you do anything else? Oh dear. He can extra attack apparently. So let's do that again.
Holy shit.
He's motivated. Apparently, the comments of Reardon on death pissed him off so much that he's taking his frustration on the poor guy now.
Yep.
Why do you just run before waiting anyone else?
So Kriv just goes like, smashes him with his warhammer 3 times, but the guy's still standing. Riviera.
Hello. Okay, so I'm gonna move forward a little bit to see a bit more of what's the haps. Okay, so we got this guy, then we got this person on the bridge. Person on the bridge, do they look friendly or foe?
They look like they're about to heal people that are fighting you.
Ah, well then. Could I potentially cast? Actually, one second. Let me just make sure that I'm in range of her. Could I cast Bone of Glass on her?
On him, yeah.
On him? Yes. Okay, beautiful. I'll do that at that.
So yeah, that is a hit. Let's see if he dies from it or not.
You
Right.
just
It's-
turned someone's bones to
Let's-
glass?
Do
Yeah, he
a
dies.
level-
Like
He dies.
dude out of SpongeBob?
Um, so basically, borrowed. You see the guy on the bridge suddenly, like, kind of like, and all his bones kind of solidify, and then you hear like, and like his old skeleton was made of glass, it explodes in shards, and his whole body crushes itself on. So that's that tripled. So he dies instantly.
Forget the sword. I need that. Whatever that was.
Mhm.
No, wait, no, I want
That was magic.
both of them.
Rename this to Borrowed Ghost Shopping.
Borrowed's window shopping.
So that's a miss for Valenoon, and that's a miss for Borrow. This guy just whirls around and goes like, kind of like the guy from Indiana Jones.
Mhm.
Yep. Okay, so he is going to have a very nice time because, oh dear.
Ooh. Wow.
So basically, the guy who was sniping you is now alone with all the insurgents. But they're kind of all shooting him now.
Poor dude.
Creed.
I will run down to here,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will take attacks against this dude.
Sure. That's a hit.
That should have been an advantage, so that's...
That's also a hit anyway. Okay.
And
Ouch.
then... Oh, I haven't given myself my unarmed attack. Well, that's clever of me, isn't it? One moment.
It is. It is not very clever of you to not have your monk first ability
Yeah.
to
It's...
be able to hit things a lot.
I blame whoever copied this character sheet onto here.
So you then.
Yes. One moment.
1 moment later.
I feel like we need some lift music.
So that is a 23,
Hits.
and let's go with a full flurry of blows for a 8 points of damage.
Hits.
God damn it!
Uh,
I've seen how much health he has left. Fuck's sake.
So Creed, you whirl around, you smack him, and he's dazed. He's bleeding from 1,000 wounds. Ridden.
Gonna run in.
Okay.
And I'm going to punch this guy.
Okay. Punch away.
What? The monk punched someone?
That's a hit.
8.
Okay.
Second attack, punch again.
Sure. That's yeah.
Then
That's
spending-
less.
Yeah. Spending a key point.
Mm-hmm.
Flurry of blows.
Mm-hmm. Miss.
Oh,
Miss.
for God's sake. And then after that, because I've moved... I'll basically just run back to where it was.
Okay.
Riordan just kind of stumbles back up the hill.
Sort of just...
Burrowed.
Yes, hello. Right, I am here. Right, well, I don't like this dude. He stabbed me. So
I tried to.
No, he stabbed me.
No, the other did. Was already dead.
Oh, yes, he died. Right. Yes.
This
My
one
health got-
tried and failed.
Sorry, I didn't reduce my health. Sorry, that's my bad for that. He got a...
He got a 13 on you.
13. Cool, that's fine. Going to... Well... Got a sword. Stab
Yeah.
the guy in front of me.
Yeah. Sounds like a fair plan.
Yep.
That's a hit.
Cool.
Oh dear. So that's 17. Cool.
Is he dead?
Not yet, no.
Okay. Second one.
Yeah. So you stab him twice. He is still alive, although very badly hurt.
And I'm... No, that's me. That's me.
That's you. Cool.
That's me.
Creed,
Yes.
coming from behind you. 15.
That is just my armor class.
Shit.
You use the guy next to you, and you use him as a human shield as you feel the blast coming towards you, and he takes it in the face and poof.
So I reduce the damage by 13, so I still take 7.
And can expend up to
I don't send his bolt back at him.
Yeah, no. It's gonna be a bit difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I'm just checking things. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's his turn. Sybil.
How are people looking health-wise, just out of interest? Has anyone taken any...
I think Riordan's the only one who has taken.
Valor has 2, but I think that's mainly before from the spores.
I'm at 3/4 of my full health.
Okay.
Creed also took some damage.
Yeah, I'm just over 2/3 of my full health.
And I would say Vananon is coming shortly to his half health, but he's got a shit ton of health anyway, so he can hold.
I will... How many of those have I got? 3. Okay, I am going to just move up to see what I can see from here. And
There's
then...
a guy in front of you now.
Yeah, let's smack him. Why the hell not?
Mm-hmm.
With my long sword,
Don't
200.
forget, you have your
100.
syringe if you want to use it now or later.
I will go later.
Okay. Two-handed sword. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
Gotta set off.
So this guy was so focused on Borrowed, he didn't notice you coming in, and you stab him through the ribs.
Nice.
Ah! He's slowly getting stabbed by everyone around him, so
Anyone else want to join in this party of stabbing this particular
It's a
dude?
stab fest.
Creed looks at his quarterstaff. Oh.
Just attach a rock to one end. Make it pointy. Make it a spear.
Make it a spear.
it's time for all my insurgents to have their turn. That's a...
Just gonna go
Miss.
ham on this one, dude.
Yeah, they're all shooting this one dude right now. Who so far still survived, which is something.
I believe in you guys. You got this.
Oh, this one's done with shooting. He's gonna punch the guy.
But
Never
he
mind.
tried.
You did your
Oh,
best.
come on, come on! Really? Oh my god, he's still alive. Vanna.
Yep.
The guy in front of you is pretty much dead.
I finish it with on hands with where's my attack devastating punch? Can't find it.
The punch.
Yeah.
The punch would be... Apparently, it did not make it to the character sheet. That's an interesting one.
Okay,
So
that's-
both of the GMs managed to forget the characters could punch.
No, it should be there. It's a spell normally, so it should be
Oh.
there. Okay, well, just roll a strength, and I'll added the
yeah,
the
the bonus.
you're at advantage to Krivis here.
So second roll. Oof.
Better.
So if I remember, that's 3d12 plus 3.
Yeah, something like that.
3d12 plus 3. Let's see your damage. Oh yeah, that's plenty enough to kill him. Basically, Vananon, you let your sword down and you just punch the guy in the face so much that his nose goes back up to his brain, and
Ouch.
he falls down dead. Kriv just looks at this and is like, yeah, that's gross too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
See.
move forward
It's
to
gross.
this, and I don't think I can do much else.
Vanna, you notice that only one person at a time can stand on this bridge. It's a very, very fragile wooden bridge over a 300 feet drop.
Okay, so I'll leave it available to use my movement for that.
We'll move past here. And Crave doesn't consider them as friendly because
Oh
he
no.
doesn't know them. And no one told him not to hit them. So
Shit.
let's go.
Shit. Who's he hitting by chance?
An insurgent Vat.
Fuck. Alright, well,
Hey, he doesn't know the place.
I mean, fair. Fair. I really can't blame him. So, now Riviera will run in and try to explain that we're not here to harm these people.
Yeah, after he downed almost half the health of the guy.
It's fine.
Riviera.
Riviera just rewinds time. God's sake.
No, she's not gonna waste it on that, but she'll cross the bridge, like, just to make it over, and she'll probably see that, Kriv is, destroying one of them, and she'll be like, whoa, Kriv, don't hit them, they're on our side.
Are they?
Yes. I look, I imagine the Jwads recognize me. Well, not like me,
They
but like,
recognize a Norikian, yeah, but
they
they also
recognize
recognize a Kronogan wearing an Imperial uniform.
Which must be very weird.
she would go, I think I can move like a tiny bit more. She would say, I know that his attack that he just did seems like weird, and the fact that he is an Imperial is also, but I promise you, we are not here to hurt you.
Roll me persuasion.
Can try to do such a thing. Frick. Come on, I have a 7.
They are not extremely convinced by this.
Do I have any? Let me see. Do I have any like thing that could like help me, like? I freaking. Let me look.
Great.
Oh, I was about to go punch that guy.
You got a bolt in his brain now.
Creed will just cross the bridge, and if Riv is trying to stop the fight, he will just sort of prepare should anybody come up and hold his hands up, sort of ready to continue the fight. If anybody comes close, hold his action to punch anybody who
Okay.
comes up to them.
Reardon.
Right. I am going to effectively, let's see, it's 45 there. I'm gonna sort of hold here for the time and prepare an Eldritch Blast
Okay.
once again, just in case someone attacks.
Moves towards Riviera
Okay.
and speaks in Riken, but fortunately, thanks to the translator that you've all been given by Warrington, you understand perfectly what he says.
You're welcome.
And
That
somehow we hear a good chunk of them saying capital.
That way, I don't have to have every time someone speaks now. Who are you? What do you want? What are you doing on our lands?
I promise you, we're not here to, like, harm you in any way. We've been sent here on a mission to retrieve an artifact. We were completely unaware that a fight was even going on, and I mean, we just got rid of all the all the Imperial people. Apologies on Kriv's behalf. He, as you can tell, he's not from these perks. So he assumed that everyone was enemies. I can heal any of your people who've gotten hurt up until this point, but I promise you that we just are looking to pass through peacefully.
Roll me persuasion again.
Can I do it at advantage because I'm telling the truth?
No.
Okay.
That's why it's
Do
not
that.
deception.
This is when I get.
Your plea seems to have completely won them over.
Yeah. Thank God.
So that drops the initiative turn. Oh. Well, in that case, if you're here to help, we'll be glad to have your assistance. These invaders, they're everywhere now.
I'm aware. I'm not sure how much we can do, but I can at least, and I think Sybil can, as well as Valornoon. We can all heal you if any of you have taken any damage, so you're back up to your complete fighting abilities.
Baron and Raiden can cross the bridge for our turn of initiative now.
Cool.
So do I have my spells in? Okay, I could use that.
Okay, roll
Healing
it.
blast. Damn.
So what do I roll again for this one?
First, roll the healing blast.
Oh yeah. And I cast it level 7. There we go.
Yeah, so that's a 39 HP for everyone in a
anyone-
100 feet.
So
Anyone
if
that is anyone that is considered as an ally. So
Yay.
Very much, yay.
that also includes you, Valor.
Yeah, thankfully for that. I was just calculating.
Well, where are you headed? Asked the Oracle.
Checking the tracking device.
An old abandoned castle that should be near here?
Oh, the Dreadfort.
That sounds
yes.
lovely.
I guess
Badass
that's
name.
I guess that's
a
where we're
super
headed.
cool name.
I mean, imagine if the guy says, "Oh yeah, the very nice and cozy fort."
I would
The
prefer
cheese-
that fort.
The Cheese and Biscuits Fort.
Yes, that one.
The Dreadfort, yeah. It has been overrun by those people we just dealt with. They've brought weird creatures with them.
What do the creatures look like?
I couldn't really describe them to you. They look very strange to me. Alien-like.
Would they
You-
happen
you
to
said-
have 4 arms?
Some of them do, yes.
Just looks at Valornoon like, fuck.
What are y'all talking about?
Those things are very dangerous and points between Valor and we've dealt with them before.
So we just need to get in, get the thing, get out.
How?
Yes.
Just one question. How far away is the? Like how would you say, like time wise? How far away do you think the Dreadfort is?
You're on foot.
Yeah,
Yes.
2 hours walk.
2 hours more.
Valornoon, what's the time we got left?
So checking, I think we've got 8 hours and a half.
For
Okay.
doom.
Before Doom.
The Doom guy's here.
Well,
He's not
do you
supposed to be here
guys-
till next year.
would you guys happen to know maybe a faster way to get there by chance?
Horses, maybe.
The fastest way is to go through the bogs. If you have horses, then you will be faster. But if you don't, then you're on foot.
Do you have horses?
No, we don't.
Oh,
Our horses have been killed months ago now.
I mean, I could.
I'm sorry.
I could get us one, but that's not really gonna help.
Well, I guess we're on foot, guys, so let's make our way.
I mean, I could talk to Geo, but I don't think I'm gonna be all that familiar with this place anyway.
Thank you.
Come on.
Thank you for your help.
Come on, people, we've got other battles to win. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. I wish you all good luck.
And they disappear
Sincerely.
into the swamp.
No, I think it's when we get closer.
So where, in which direction is the fort? Okay. So
Riviera and Vananun, as you look upon the corpses of the people you've just fought, you notice that they are wearing the symbols of the Grim Brotherhood.
And the Grim Brotherhood was not active at that time.
Nope.
Okay, so yeah, they were disrupting the time flow as well.
Interesting.
So, in any case, Varunun starts walking actually faster, like military march, as he move faster to actually be there on time.
All right, guys, let's keep up.
Finally.
Can Borrowed pick up that pistol that guy tried to shoot him?
I assume he can.
Cool, great.
He wouldn't
That's
be.
all I wanted to do.
He wouldn't know how to use it though, but he can have it.
Well, I mean,
Souvenir.
yeah, I mean that's all.
I'll work out with John, the light blaster, in your
We'll work it out.
in your inventory. So you walk for about 2 hours. You're slowed down a lot by the marshes and the bogs and all the vegetation you have to cut through.
This is a terrible planet.
Well, I mean,
And
according to the timeline, it's gonna be all bombed to hell, so none of this will be here.
That doesn't make it better.
No.
so you have to walk through bogs where you are almost chest deep into water. Then you have to cross some caves, etc., etc. The walk is extremely long, and at some point you, when you reach the bottom of a hill, you see the ruins of a gigantic castle on the top of the hill, and that's the moment where Vananun's tracker rings and indicates 5 hour left.
All right.
Oh.
I suggest we try to get in, get the thing, and get out without causing too much disturbance.
So, that's
Okay.
It's very
Zoom
zoomed
out
in.
time.
Oh, new map.
Definite zoom out time.
Oh, definite zoom out. Where
I
are
could get
we?
I could get us a friend before we head on.
Wow.
There
Just
are
if you
we.
Give me a minute.
You see orcs, you see bugbears, you see some of the Brotherhood people you've just fought, and for the D&D people, weird-looking creatures made of metal. For Space Odysseus people, you know them, the sound of cyborgs are back.
Ah, lovely.
Those guys
They-
look like that
Favorite
guy
friend.
on the ship.
They're not the nice ones.
They seem to be waiting and patrolling. You see bodies around. Some of them have been tortured. Some of them have just been slain. That would indicate to you that they've massacred a whole garrison of Imperial soldiers to investigate the place.
Well,
So is it go time?
Valor, what do you think? You're the strategist here.
Just gonna make a small note. You guys are hidden behind a column. Right next to Sybil and Riviera, there is a loaded ballista.
What the fuck's a ballista?
Like a giant crossbow.
Ah,
Is it currently aimed at someone?
It's aimed at this column here.
If you guys give me a minute, I can give us a pretty big distraction.
That would be lovely. And Riviera would turn to Sybil, and she would just kind of like gesture to the ballista. Shall we give this a go, maybe?
Yeah, what's the distraction plan?
I can call a friend. It just costs. You need to give me like a minute to do it.
Question. Is this friend someone you value the life of dearly and would be very sad if they died?
Oh, well, I've seen him die a couple.
But he's come back?
Yeah,
You have interesting
Okay.
friends.
I do. Yeah, tough as stone he is.
Okay. Well, if you're fine with him potentially getting, a bit hurt by the people who are here, then go forth.
Okay. So do you guys give me the minute?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we're gonna go forward in that minute. We'll probably discuss potential other plans or strategies as to how we're gonna move forward with this.
During this minute, you guys just wait, and at some point you listen in and you hear the two orcs talking.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it always us on guard duty? I don't like guard duty. It's cold. Stop complaining. At least we don't have to search the whole place. But I'm cold. Shut up.
Do they at any point run out of lines and start the loop again?
Yeah, after a minute. Hashtag orc life. And this bugbear seems to be counting his fingers like.
He's counting the amount of time he can breathe underwater.
Alright, conjure elemental.
Yes.
Where'd you drop it?
Oh, I think
Also, John, elemental.
Working on it.
is that big thing in the center just
Water.
that's water?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
The three people over by the fire.
Okay.
Not that one, the smaller one.
The brazier then.
Yes, the brazier. It suddenly just erupts into like just a giant humanoid form of flame.
Oh.
That's the distraction.
That's your friend.
A flame, so not the right one.
Sorry.
There you go.
It can be the rock one if you prefer.
No.
I don't know where that one went. 1 minute. I think that
Sorry.
might have gone into.
We'll find him later.
Just suddenly appear in the middle of the fight. It's fine.
I let you decide how big is it.
That should be a large character, so twice the size of a human.
That's what I
There you
said.
go.
Fun.
Yep.
So suddenly it erupts in flames, and the guys kind of like start screaming, ready their weapons, shooting happens, you're giving you all the distractions you need to use the ballista as you see fit. But first of
Creed
all,
just looks over and says, "Do you think that's the distraction?"
That's the distraction.
I would say so, yeah. Alright, Sybil, help me get this thing
Her
loaded.
name's Spark.
Oh, for God's sake.
wow.
Maybe someone else will load it before us, Sybil.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, initiatives are not going your way so much right now.
I think it's loaded. You've just got to fire it.
I know, but there's still people going before us, so.
Well, it depends on what you want to fire it, because if you want to fire it at a specific target, you might need to move it first.
These columns, are they supporting things?
No, they're they're supporting. Well, they were supporting a portcullis, but it has gone down.
I don't think my
Initiative
my
is on.
initiative got added to the turn tracker.
Okay, let me deal with that. What was your initiative?
14.
Realistically, if we were to shoot it at the column, would it be strong enough to knock the column over and potentially crush maybe
Probably,
this
yeah.
dude or these dudes?
It
Okay.
would probably kill the people next to the columns.
Yeah, let's create some chaos, shall we?
Yeah. Girl time. High five.
When the ladies get together, they bring the house down.
That's the mood. Wow, this orc really didn't want to go to fight.
Is that the orc that's
Cold
cold?
out.
I'm cold.
Oof.
I just want to stay by the fire and snuggle.
Nemesis, Creed,
Rest.
Valor,
Find a
Borrowed,
weird fire elemental that will make you. It'll make you warm for the rest of your.
Civil. Okay.
Oh yeah, we did roll for the fire elemental. God, he rolled well.
Yeah, he rolled poorly. Okay. Ben, I'll take over.
Oh no, bye Ben.
Feel better.
But the fire elemental does get to go first because surprise attack.
Yay!
So that's a multi-attack.
Her name, Spark. For as long as I keep concentration. And then she's just my friend, but she's very angry.
Okay, so this guy is dead immediately.
Woo!
He gets touched by the fire elemental and bursts into flames. Ah! And goes pretty much like the villains in Indiana Jones.
Nice.
Melts.
And this sniper will shoot the elemental. Sniper. And
Sniper.
magnificently miss. This time the cyborg
Ooh, please. Please touch the fire. Please touch the fire.
Do it.
miss. And sniper. Oh, this time hit. The fencer. We're trying to fence an elemental, which is an interesting thing.
It's an interesting approach.
It's an interesting strategy, to be sure.
And also miss. The orc's like, oh, something's happening. Maybe we should do something. I love playing orcs. No. And apparently the orc is the only one who understands how to attack.
Well, I mean, they come from the same world, so...
This started cyborg moves forward. And how much can you move? You can move up to here, I think, yeah. The bugbear. Will Morningstar and hit.
Oh.
Kriv. Kriv will turn to Sybil and Riviera. Do you need the ballista turned anywhere?
I think our tactic right now is to shoot it at the actual physical column.
Can we shoot it at the other column? Hit more people.
You mean this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be actually a good idea.
He will roll a strength.
It might at least drag their attention that way.
It is a very slow process.
But he does it.
He eventually turns the ballista towards that column, and that takes his whole turn. Creed.
Yeah, I'm gonna punch an orc. Seeing as we're not bringing down this column anymore.
That was the orc that complained he was too cold.
The way you said that I'm gonna punch an orc, I don't know why I thought this has got something to do with Gurnak.
Let's see what happens to this orc. This orc gets smacked. Hey! Not nice.
I'm not gonna spend a key point, but I will, as a bonus action, just punch him again.
That will teach you to slack off.
And never mind.
Still a hit.
9 should have.
Yep, that's a hit.
Really? Wow, orcs suck. 7 points of damage.
You push him against the first leg, that burns. They check the armor class, John.
Jesus. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm gonna hit more orcs.
1.
Valor.
Sybil, hit some orcs, it'll really let the tension out.
Better known.
Yes. Let me check the distance. Okay. Oh, okay, I can actually move. I guess Vernon will want to take care of this Orion. Go there.
Of this Orion.
I mean, this side.
Evil Orion.
It's like Orion, but a red one. Okay, and we'll go with the Dance of Blade on him.
Mm-hmm.
For 1d6. Oh, yeah.
So 6 attacks on the guy.
So first one.
Have fun.
Just roll your things and I'll see what hits and what not.
Okay.
No.
Of course I had a one. Of course.
Oh
my
dear.
God.
1, 2, 3, 4. No, yeah.
Oh.
When I got good stuff, roll 20 is like, you know what? I don't accept
3,
this.
4, 5, 6. Okay, 34, 25, 40, 34 hits. 22 also hits, but I will attack you back.
Yeah.
So hold on. I need to find the first damage.
Okay. Sorry for that.
That's 17, and I'm gonna make a Constitution save general for him.
Okay.
He makes a
Oh,
20,
that's
so, so he makes it. So that's 15 reduced to 7. And then second damage, blah, blah. That's 21 slashing, and 6, 25, and 21 reduced to 10, 17, and 19 reduced to
9.
Yep. And
not 9 hit points, thanks.
And then the last 22 and 22, which do that and that.
Okay,
Oh, Jesus.
minus 27 and 7 minus 25 and 15. So this cyborg loses most of its limbs during this attack, but still stands,
Okay.
roughly. This sniper, seeing that there's a new guy in the place, will attempt and shoot in the armor of Valid. Borrowed.
Right. How much cover do we have behind this thing?
You are full cover right now. As long as you stay behind the column, they can't see you.
Cool. Excellent. Awesome. Cool. Very cool. What looks to be... Okay. So instead of a longsword this time, a longbow will form hands,
Mhm.
and he will pull back and loose an arrow at the orc.
Which orc? This orc?
The one that looks like it's, almost. It looks like it's
Yeah.
taken quite a beating.
Yeah. Okay, roll it.
Hold on, apparently I've done something stupid and closed my character sheet.
How dare you?
I know. It'll still say longsword, by the way, just because that's how I've got it up.
It's alright. Okay. Roll the damage.
Oh, that hits?
Yep.
Oh.
A 9 hits, so...
Oh.
Okay, so Creed,
Yep.
the orc you just beat up, turns to you. Hey, that's not nice. That hurts a lot, you know? I'm gonna give you a beating for... and takes an arrow through the throat. He looks down to his own throat like, oh, that's not good. And he falls headfirst into the brazier.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
No! The arrow just gently disappears after it.
I feel cold.
And
Oh,
then
he has a
I'm
name.
who's harrowing spark at the moment? I will take aim at the cyborg. The cyborg.
Which one?
The cyborg. The one that's closest to spark.
Okay, so
Fire elemental.
this one. Okay.
Yep, and I will. I think that hits.
And that is a hit indeed.
Cool.
Okay. It takes an arrow which to the back and just turns his attention towards the column.
Whoops. And then I will just sort of turn back around the column and back into full cover.
Creed. This
Yes.
sniper kind of wheels around the corner and thinks you're a way better target than the big dude with lots of armor on. So he will try to shoot you with a sniper rifle.
No, he doesn't.
Miss immensely, shooting the poor orc that is still on the brazier, slowly burning.
Ooh.
Not Yarlog, come on.
Yeah, I have no respect for this orc.
With respect to Yarlog.
Evidently.
This fencer is a bit braver and will attack twice with a poison dagger. 21 hits Valonin, I believe.
Yep.
So that is
Jesus.
18 points of damage.
Yep. No, I do not have 7 HP left. Slightly more than that.
Valonin once again. The healer throws a dart at you. And you just hear a clang on your armor.
Yeah, I should stick with healing.
Oof. Oof.
I mean, when the
Damn.
healer attacks the tank, you know there's something wrong somewhere.
He's trying. He wants to be part of things. This orc attacks you with a great axe and misses. Riviera.
Okay. So the peeps who were closer to the tower kind of moved.
There's a way for you to shoot it so that the column falls that way. It will fall on 40 feet of distance, hitting the the cyborg, the fencer, the orc, the healer, and also that dude.
Okay, but it will miss Valor.
It will be just in front of Valor, literally on his feet.
Ah, on his feet. Okay, beautiful. Okay. So
If you want to attack with the ballista, just roll me a strength to shoot with the ballista.
I have a question. Can I hold my action to help Sybil and give her advantage for when she shoots, because I know she is far stronger than I am? Or is that an option?
Yeah. I mean, I will allow Sybil to have advantage on her turn, Lista, and you can use her action if you want.
Oh, okay.
I believe
In
it's
that case,
using the help
I
action.
I don't
Sorry,
know.
what?
Sorry, I just said it's you use the help action.
Yeah, it's a
Yes.
helping action. It's not really your action if you're helping her.
Okay. Well then I will do that come Sybil's turn. But in the meantime, just for effect, see this brazier, the one that's currently cooking the orc.
Yep.
I'm going to cast, what is it? Yes, I'm gonna cast Controlled Flames, and I'm just gonna like build the fire a little bit, just make it a bit bigger, just to kind of spook the people.
Okay. The fire suddenly bursts in like giant flames and explosions. The orc is now charred, and well, this guy's like, huh, that's weird, but that's about it. Sybil.
Hello. Yeah, so I need to roll strength.
With
And you get
advantage.
advantage because Riviera is
With
helping out.
advantage. Strength there.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
17.
You hit the you smack the ballista, and it drives its bolt directly into the column, into a weak spot, and it
Yes.
falls exactly where you want it. So that's ballista. No, not the ballista. The column is that. Okay, so that's 5d.
Damn.
So the cyborg goes brute. The fencer takes a lot of damage from this.
And I
Attack.
imagine it's probably being crushed by the column. Is he underneath it?
He's underneath it, so he will be considered restrained and not prone at the same time.
Nice.
The orc just looks above his head like, uh-oh.
Oh.
And that was the story of Garrot the orc.
Oh. What about the healer?
The healer is also restrained and prone. Let's see for the sniper that was here. He is also restrained and under and not prone.
Just holds up a hand for Sybil to high five.
Yeah, we'll high five.
Also, Valonon, you're drenched since the column fell into the water.
Oh yeah, sorry, Valor.
This fencer will continue effectively trying to hurt the elemental. I think it hit. Yeah, it did. For a massive 5 points of damage. Whatever will it do?
Probably not be too happy with him anymore.
No.
Indeed, since he's targeting him, especially with his attacks. Okay. And second attack. That misses, unfortunately. Reardon will do what Reardon does best, which is run and
punch things.
Punch something.
Run and punch things. So quarterstaff time. Two-handed. Let's go. Yeah. Oof. Could you remind me how many times he can quarterstaff?
He can quarterstaff twice.
Okay.
He's
That's a
also
miss.
wouldn't he be at an advantage because the person's restrained and prone?
That's not
Not
the
that
one
guy.
that's restrained and prone.
Ah, okay, never mind then.
And key point.
He can then spend a key point to do 2 unarmed attacks.
Both hit. 10 points of damage. And then And this orc who just seen his buddy die says, "No!"
He was 3 days away from retirement.
And we'll try to help the healer get back up. So, orc, roll me a strength.
Fail miserably and end up getting stuck under the. Never mind.
Nope. He helps him out. He's not restrained anymore. Still not prone, but not restrained.
The orc rolls a natural 1. How did I get under here?
The sniper tries his best to get out of this, and nope. So he gets crushed even more, meaning it takes a d10 damage. That's 9 points of damage. The starter cyborg realizes there's other people who seem to be way more of a threat than the fire elementals, so he disengage
Oh boy.
and moves towards the column
Oh no.
because you shot him with an arrow coming from behind, and it's not that dumb.
Well, hopefully it misses. Disrupting
It
up.
throws a disrupting grenades into your ranks. So all weapons that rely on electronic are disabled for a minute.
I'm sorry, aren't we surrounded by 3 people who don't have electric?
It's a cyborg that is not used to fighting you. They're fighting D&D people, so it's using tactics.
That's
That are
only
not-
a minute.
I know.
That
It's just
are not
it's
extremely effective. Yeah, that's only a minute.
Cool.
it's very ironic.
Because I'm just waiting for somebody to work out what the other thing that is over there that does require electricity is.
Is it the fire elemental?
No.
It's the cyborg himself.
No. It's the transmitter that sends for the wormhole.
It's not a weapon.
Yeah, it's not a weapon though.
Does the grenade know that?
Says
Technically,
No.
technically it would be shut down as well, but it's only for a minute, so you should be fine. Creed, a 9. No.
Nope.
weapon.
Just way too fast for them. The fencer misses immensely. The orc wheels round and will throw a javelin at Vananoon. Vananoon, you have a javelin in your arm.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
I mean, that's the point of the armor.
Vananoon, you have another javelin in your arm.
I'm starting a PE course.
I mean, to be
Just that-
fair, you do spot sometimes on Battlefield people with several javelin or stuff like that stuck in the armor.
I'm becoming a porcupine.
It's that scene from Ace Ventura.
Kriv only hits twice.
Except nothing happens. Only twice.
Only twice. Okay. And that's 18 points of damage for him. Creed.
That's a good question.
I didn't ask any question, but sure.
Oh god, he's gonna be very dumb, isn't he?
Probably.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. You're at advantage, remember?
Good point. Doesn't
That
matter.
still misses. You hit it with your stuff and it will clink.
Ow. And then wheel round with a kick.
And that is a hit.
And then another... Ow! The second kick really hurt me.
And you take 7 points of bludgeoning.
The cyborg seems unaffected by your attacks.
Dun,
Uh,
dun, dun.
Guys...
Did Did the arrow do anything? Question mark.
The arrow did something, but bludgeoning damage he's immune to.
So, translation: Krita would focus on another enemy.
Do you do anything else with your action, like disengaging or something?
He's... Action, bonus action, right, John? I believe that's what you've done.
That's what I've done. I've moved to here, so I can keep moving, but I would have an attack of opportunity against me that he will hit, because let's try it.
I mean, you can have luck on your side, maybe.
We'll see how it goes.
Let's see.
Yeah, I have luck on my side.
See? It just tries to get its greatsword, but by the time it takes it out, you're already gone.
It's got a greatsword?
Yes. Valor.
Yep.
You have a guy half crushed under a column in front of you who is kind of pleading you to help him. Are you going to help him?
This one or this one?
The one in front of you, not the sniper. The fence.
Which I was already fighting before. He's the one who tried to attack me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so he's going to put him down. That's kind of how he helps an enemy in this situation.
Wow.
How do you put him down? Because he's half emerged into the water.
Mercy.
No, I mean put him down, like put him out of his misery.
Okay, I thought you were saying I am going to put my foot on him and just drown him slowly.
No,
That'd
he
be
will go
worse.
fast.
That'd be worse.
So yeah, I mean he's going to help him not suffer with that. I guess that's the
Okay,
idea.
so suddenly you decide to help him and you crush his head in.
He is helped.
And then
He
we
has
move
been
on
helped.
to this healer over there. First off, we try to attack, but second, because a healer can be dangerous if you decide to heal people.
Sure. I mean, I'm not sure he will have any occasion for
So
Yes.
With my triple attack, I get my second attack at advantage.
I mean, you were at advantage anyway because he wasn't prone, but yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You had 1 HP left, so yeah. So once again, you help him. Just like mush left of this person.
You have helped many people tonight.
And
This
I finish with a
orc
punch.
is, this orc is looking at you like,
Please don't
hi.
help me.
I will actually punch him in the face. Oof.
Wow.
So that's full damage.
Yeah.
So on the attack you make, so if I remember, that's a 46.
I wanted to. Oh yeah, for 46. Yeah, I think that's that.
Check back on your triple attack.
Yeah. I should make some working out to put it to 40-20. That would be useful.
It's a 4d6 damage, but since you crit, you get 4d6 plus 6.
Okay. 4d6 plus 6.
You punch him, and he goes through the tent, through the wall, and disappears completely.
And I finish my turn.
Wow.
I place a trap card and end my turn.
I mean, to be fair, this character is essentially made for fighting, so he might not be proved that useful outside of combat, but once you're in, it should do the job.
You know what? I really couldn't tell.
Valor, you hear a cling on your mouth again.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Borrowed.
Well, I don't like the cyborg. The one that's close to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to... okay. I'm going to put my Hexblade Curse onto the cyborg closest.
Okay.
I don't have a thing to bring it up in the chat. I'm just clicking on it repeatedly. How is it? But basically, what it allows me to do is crit on a 19 and 20. And
Okay.
a few other things. Yeah. And then I'm going to shoot him twice, because that costs a bonus action.
Okay. So you crit.
Oh, great.
Well, I assume that's a crit.
No, that's
That's an 18.
yeah. That's unfortunately I don't.
Okay, cool.
On the dice, it has to be a.
Yeah, on the dice itself,
Not the total, unfortunately. But still, it is.
So that's piercing damage.
Yep.
12 piercing damage first, and then 15.
Piercing.
Okay, as you shoot it with 2 arrows, the cyborg wheels around and
Oh. Oh, it also takes.
Oh no.
Oh, it's been doing. It should take another.
you can take another.
Sorry, hold on. Let me just. Sorry. It takes another 8 points of damage from that attack, because I get to add my proficiency bonus to the
8,
damage.
8 what type of damage? Piercing?
Piercing. It's just extra damage.
Okay. So suddenly it activates the stone that is in the middle of his chest, and it seems to move even faster than before.
Oh no.
And this guy is dead convinced he can shoot Creed some point. So, pew pew? No,
Nope.
He tried.
Riviera.
Okay. So I was gonna cast something, but then Noon moved just slightly too forward, so I am still gonna cast it. It's just gonna be more in this direction, so he is out of range. I would like to cast
Uh-oh.
Controlled Explosion, please.
Well,
I can do it up to
ping me
80
the
feet.
exact place.
Okay, give me a second. Let me just measure it real quick. 80 feet. So
Here.
here.
Yeah, I think that
And it
it's
has-
in 30 feet, right?
Actually, 35 feet as a range.
35,
So it just misses Creed.
Thank you.
It will hit the fire elemental and everyone else.
Is it fire damage that you're doing?
Not
It's
exactly.
explosion damage, so
Now the question is,
Because sorry.
it costs. The question is, do I hold it? I think I'm just gonna cast it now.
okay.
So.
Yeah, that hits everyone.
And
The fire elemental might not get damaged.
It does. It is immune to fire, so.
Roll the damage.
There we are.
Yeah, so the fire elemental takes no damage from this, but let's see, you Fencer, Mr. Fencer.
Mr. Fencer.
Let's dexterity save this. No. And yes. One of them takes half damage from it. So that's 18, 21, 22 points of damage. And that's 11 points of damage. And whether or not he makes the saving throw, this guy is almost dead, I believe, but I will humor it. Oh, he made the saving throw. No, he didn't. So he's dead. He's very dead. Boom.
Ooh, nice.
And that's the end of all the orcs on this map.
Oh, I was going to punch the orc.
Maybe the last one actually let things go so that he could join his veteran.
Just makes it.
That's sad.
Is there anything you do about bonus action, Riviera?
How are people doing healy wise?
Pretty much the same, I believe. Don't think you took that much damage yet.
We're okay.
Me? You're good? Alright, then I just chill. I just relax. I just chill out.
Sybil,
Hello.
you got a big cyborg guy in front.
Yeah, so I'm going to shift to here so I can get some advantage.
Yes.
We're going to do Thunderous Smite for my bonus action. Oh, I don't actually have to click that yet, do I?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Either
Just
way.
the attack first.
When you hit.
And yeah, it will be a two-handed longsword.
Okay, roll the two-handed longsword. That's definitely a hit, so roll the damage of the longsword first. Okay.
So that.
And the standard smite is
DC 13
Thunder.
strength save.
he gets advantage on his strength save at the moment, I believe, or not. It's not advantage, maybe a +2. Strength and dexterity to receive a +2. Saving throws at advantage, so yeah, it's advantage on the saving for the moment.
Yeah, just.
So it's
Just
still,
makes it.
it still takes the damage, but it's not flung away from her.
Well, hold on. That's
Assuming it takes thunder damage.
yeah. I'm just translating it to my own. Okay, cool. Sybil,
Yeah.
as you thunder smite the cyborg, you notice that the electricity that goes through the cyborg's mechanism is frying it out, and so it takes way more damage than just 7.
Nice.
To translate, it took 63.
Whoa.
That's a different number.
That's a
Sorry,
very
I
different
heard-
number.
I heard 63 once.
Sybil did a lot of damage.
Sybil used a thunder attack against the cyborg, and their vulnerability is, among many things, electricity. So it took 63 damage from that attack because I tripled the damage, then tripled it again.
Whoa.
Bravo, Sybil.
Mathed it.
Math.
This guy is slowly getting a bit tired of this elemental, and just realized that the elemental doesn't take any poison damage. But fortunately, it's a cold damage, not poison damage. Fire elementals.
Is the dagger magical?
No.
Okay. Then half it, because it's resistant.
It's resistant to slashing and non-magical weapons, yeah.
To bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
It's not at advantage, so that's 6. And at the second attack, I believe, yes.
Oof.
Nope, doesn't make it. Reardon has heard the call of Crit and will not smack the cyborg, but he will smack.
The sniper that keeps trying to smack Creed.
Yeah, and I think he hits twice, yes. For really shit damage, but...
He tried.
And then spend a key point. And let's smack him again twice. That's more like it.
He did more damage with his fist and, I don't know, headbutt than he did with his quarterstaff.
That's
One
an
of these days
interesting
he's
thing.
One of these days, his quarterstaff is just gonna be a walking stick.
Still crushed on the fucking thing, so let's try to free him. Nope, he's dead. The starter cyborg will turn its attention to Sybil because he didn't like that much.
No, I can imagine.
Ow.
Yeah, he's not happy.
Well, goodbye to me.
So he slashes straight at your face. It leaves you a
Nice.
mark on the face. And wheels round to attack Kriv. And Kriv just blocks with his Warhammers.
So I get minus 16.
Yeah.
Maths me.
This guy moves a bit backwards and will try to shoot at Vananoon.
Okay.
22.
That hits.
After many tries, he managed to understand that maybe he should shoot where the armor isn't, and
Oh, that's
manages a
how
shot.
armor works.
Hmm.
Oh, I shouldn't shoot at the shiny metal stuff. I should shoot at his face.
The fencer here will move here and turn back to attack Creed once. With a 12.
Nope.
And then we're around again to attack the elemental. So that's 2 piercing. The Blackbeard just doesn't really know what to do right now. He has too much things to kill, destroy.
He implodes from his indecision.
I have
kind of
choices to make.
He kind of attacks both the fire elemental and Creed with his morning star at the same time, but misses both. As
Just
a result.
swings down between the two of them.
Nemesis is going to continue smacking this dude
Good job.
and hits every time.
Good job.
So-
Cold. Cold.
It's like he's playing music on the enemy's face.
So at the
Clang.
moment, he's kind of like, walla 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 walla.
Bang, bang, bang.
The cyborg is getting slightly tired of these two are doing a lot of damage to him. Creed.
It doesn't hurt, but it's annoying.
Creed will tap his boots together.
And go to Kansas.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like yeah. 5 rounds of super speed.
Cool.
Huh?
I have boots of
Super
speed.
Alright.
Yeah, he has boots. has
So let's start with this dude. So that's an attack on the fencer.
Okay.
I assume. Am I flanking him with the fire elemental?
Yeah.
And then a second attack on him.
The first one missed. The second one hits.
So that's 7.
Cool.
And then I will spend a key point. And whiff at him twice more.
Still at the fencer.
Still at the fencer.
He darts away from
misses
both.
twice.
Yeah, from both. Vananoon now.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to be cool.
You are.
You've got those 2 snipers at the top that are shooting at you. Actually, all the snipers are shooting at you at the moment.
So those 2 are snipers?
Yeah.
So we'll head towards them. I'll try using the Tense of Blade. 1d6. Oh, not So the first one will take. Let's see. That.
Okay, yeah, that's a hit.
Yep.
Push.
Yeah. Then we'll move on to this one. Second attack.
Hits 2. What's the fucking thing? You. Con save, please.
Oh, it makes it.
So 32 reduced to 16. You're still... Yeah, you're still really badly hurt.
So third attack.
Yep.
Okay, let me check.
You moved from
Yeah,
here, you moved about 20 feet.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think I have enough movement for reaching someone else. No. So I guess you can go about roughly there.
Maddie, who are you trying to turn to stone?
No one. I accidentally clicked it. I
Borrowed.
was trying to find out the information.
I'm gonna keep shooting the cyborg.
Bring it down, Legolas!
Bring it down. Alright.
Shooty, is it? Yep. Yep.
Oh, I crit on that one.
Yep, you crit on this one. So first, damage first. Oh dear.
Gotta get it dead before it kills me.
Okay, and second damage. I have the crit.
I don't understand.
So if you just roll another d8.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Max damage on the dice as well. Well, no, but you know, still.
This guy is now gonna shoot at Reardon, because he got hit pretty bad. It's not liking it. Wow. Okay, my snipers are useless. Riviera.
Alright,
not actually.
Riviera is gonna come up next to the bug. And now the question is she actually gonna do the thing that she accidentally clicked on before? That's the question. You know what? Yeah. She'll cast Stone Gaze on the bugbear.
Okay, we'll cast it.
Oop.
Okay, so what's your spell save?
Oh, 1 second. It is 17. Fail it, please fail it, please fail it, please fail it. Please, for the love of God, fail it.
Oh boy.
Bugbear turns to you, he's like, "Rrr?" And Creed, in front of the bugbear, like, kind of trembles, and then his skin turns grey, and slowly he solidifies into a statue of stone.
Huh.
Painless, they say.
Is that all you do?
Okay, now how are people doing on health?
Well, Sybil took a bad cut. Baronin is about half health.
Sybil, do you need some healies?
Yes, please.
Alright, I will send some healies your way. So, question. When I cast a healing spell at... Because right now it's under my cantrip thing, but if I cast at a higher level, it gives more health, right?
You use as many dices. It's a 1d6 per level.
Okay, so if I cast it at level 3, it'd be 3d6?
Yep.
Okay, so healing spell, so you get that. You also get an additional 12.
So
So I'm
that's
back to full.
25.
Yeah.
The cyborg is now very upset that all his efforts were reduced to nothing.
Good.
What happens if I do
Take
that?
that.
Interesting.
Your turn, Sybil.
Cool. I'm gonna same again. Do I need to? Because Thunderous Smite's been used, that will get done again, won't it? It's another spell. Right?
I think it's a spell slot, Thunderous Might.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have to cast it again.
but it only sits on the weapon if it doesn't hit, doesn't it?
It will stick on the weapon if it doesn't hit.
Okie dokie. Right. So long-handed two-sword.
Desired advantage.
Why am I
Still.
not at advantage? There we
There we
go. That's better.
Yeah, that hits.
So then I do that, and I do Thunderous Smite.
There you go.
So this time the cyborg goes
Just tase him.
and just falls on the ground like. "Yarr."
Just starts smoking a little bit.
Yeah. This fencer is convinced he will kill the beast.
At the moment the cyborg die, I can imagine the. Tell me, will I dream?
Daisy.
The fire elemental doesn't care. Oh dear.
Fire Elemental is just like, you know what, I'm just gonna put you out of your misery and just like, puts a hand
Oof.
on him.
The guy that was fighting Creed turns into fire completely.
I like
The
the
other-
idea that the fire elemental doesn't really know what it's doing and just tries to like smush his hair around a bit. So your hair's a bit messy. I'll just straighten that out for you, and it just burns.
gives him like a noogie or something, just like, oh, you're so fun.
So that's a hit and a hit. Come on,
That's
Rhythm.
how you quarter staff.
You can do it. You can kill that dude, I believe.
Come on, let's go.
That hits, and that's definitely a hit. So finally, after punching him, the guy falls unconscious on the floor, but since in his water, he drowned.
Wow. Beautiful.
Kriv will move to that column and miss the guy, unfortunately. Creed.
1 minute. Let me measure something.
Oh. He's
Oh
about
God,
to
what are you-
run.
Is he...
Why is he running at Sybil first? Is the question.
that's very
So
good.
he just runs over. Are you okay? Did that thing hurt you?
I'm good. I've been healed. It's fine.
Okay.
Laters.
I just imagine Creed in the middle of battle just running at. Boop. Goes back.
Pretty
Bye.
much.
Bye.
And I'd just like to point out that's one movement action.
I know.
You're
I know.
alive. I'm
That's-
alive. Cool.
That
I
was,
know you having
That
just
was-
ridiculous speed.
That was half a movement action to get to
Jesus H.
to get to Sybil and then to get to here. Yeah. So
He takes turbo to a whole new level.
Yep.
Question. I was about to ask, does Creed have advantage because of the fire elemental?
Yeah. The fire elemental is considered an ally, so gets advantage.
so that is 4 points to him, and then second attack 15?
Yep.
Just dunk.
Do you use a key point?
Yeah, let's use my last key point. Why not?
Hopefully we won't need
Uh,
more. Wow. you were
Pow.
motivated.
And one was in the balls. Valor Noon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there's just one guy left, who's currently cornered between a fire elemental and a tiefling.
I'm talking very high pitched
let's-
right now.
Let's add more pressure.
Oh, he knows he's dead at this point.
I had a good life. Wait, no, I didn't.
Oh shit!
I
Yep.
regret my choices.
Let me repent.
It just goes like, Parley? uh,
So the elemental actually survived the battle, which is good.
Mm.
the elemental just goes,
Yay.
hello.
And vanishes. All right.
Bye, Spark.
I
See
will
you
use
later.
a healing spell. Like that.
Healing blast. I only needed one, but thank you.
Yeah, I think it wasn't really freaking needed, but I think you're the only one actually who needs help at the moment. So
Okay, that's
yeah.
So that's
Alright.
43.
So, question.
Hmm.
We
How
gotta
quickly do you want me to
look
search this
around.
place?
I was about to say, yeah, we should search it. Probably. So everyone, 4 hours left. Yeah, we should search real quick. So everyone,
Yeah.
perceptions and investigation checks.
Sammy.
Go.
I know the time. I'm trying to speed things up.
No, I was going to say, I've still got 3 rounds of super speed.
Okay, so yeah, you just roll me a perception at advantage or investigation at advantage because you can go really, really fucking fast.
That is the... Oh no, perception is slightly better.
So and I find nothing.
Going from
But that's okay.
players.
Yeah, I'm useless.
So Creed just goes like, you collect 5 golds, but that's all you find here. You're not in the castle yet. You're outside of it. It's
Well, that would have been useful information.
you had a tent. The entrance to the castle is here actually.
Oh.
Where the broken door is.
The entrance then.
No, that
This
the
way.
other way.
Oh, here. Okay, right. Of course.
You're going. I'm going in the castle. You're running away from it, huh?
Creed
I had
Creed
I
will
had-
just like...
I had
Okay, we're done here, yeah? Oh.
I had a 2 in investigation.
Before we step through the doors, Sybil will nudge Riv and just say, that seemed to do a lot of damage, point me in the right direction. Whatever needs thunder.
Will do. Alright.
You enter inside the
Castle.
It's an abandoned old castle, and you see kobolds and a calico who are trying to find stuff in this place.
Oh boy.
You are covered in blood right now. Roll me intimidation.
Ooh. Valor would be good at that.
7. Unless I'm at advantage.
14.
No,
Yeah,
you're
do we get advantage?
at 7.
Okay, never mind.
Creed is
No.
always intimidating. Boo!
Banner, Borrowed, Sybil.
Yeah, hang on. Investigation.
No. Intimidation.
Intimidation.
Intimidation. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay, sure.
Ooh.
Sweet.
Sybil's intimidating.
Shit. There it is.
I mean, I've just electrocuted people. Just goes
That's
And-
very true.
Banner,
Yep.
intimidation, please.
Yep. Second. Just. Okay. All 20 returned, so I can actually roll.
Yeah, sure, the green-skinned demon guy is scary, but the blue-skinned one is friendly.
Honestly, it
Um,
really should be the other way around.
The kobolds take flight. Literally, they fuck off. Leaving only this guy who
I
takes out
can't
his
see
weapons.
again, by the way. I appear to have lost my eyeballs.
No, you appear to have lost your
Torch.
torch. Now that it is fixed.
Thanks.
I just imagine that you still have the eyes that you put and roll. Ah, fuck.
Ooh, we rolled well.
Oh, we.
Uh-oh.
Okay. All right then. That's
Yeah,
fine.
It's me.
This guy is staying.
Initiative.
I just have to imagine the kobolds being like, what's the worst that can come? And then they see the actually 8-foot tall monster coming in armor.
I just picture they're running off like the grunts in Halo, like, the demon! They're everywhere!
Valonin, you're the first one to go.
Okay, so we will go to him, and he will start off stronger, trying to go with the sword dance. Because
It works well.
Okay. Good. I really expected a shit thing. Let's see if it sticks.
Hits.
9 hits. Then
That hits too.
okay. Ugh,
That
okay,
still
that's
hits.
if it was 9 hits, yeah. Anything above, okay, that's
Oh, jeez.
That doesn't hit. Unfortunately, I'm very sorry for you.
Calicos have immunity to critical hits. It's a new feature we've added.
So
and
Vanna,
that's a 5th. Yeah.
you literally come up to this guy. He takes out his weapons. He's ready to fight, and before he can even land a blow on anyone, he's destroyed by Valonin, who just comes into him and smacks him relentlessly with his weapons.
Valonin just comes up to him like a blender.
I mean, Valorant got pretty good rolls on this encounter between the scaring of the kobolds and the calico.
So
Riviera
the
just
guy just goes, oh.
I
Riviera
just
would
imagine
just
the
lean.
kobolds like, yeah, we did good from running away.
Riviera would just lean to the others and just be, okay, I know it seems like he couldn't put up that thing couldn't put up much of a fight, but surprisingly, they're tougher than that most times.
I'm glad
Oh,
he's on our side.
Yeah, that'd be scary to fight.
All right, let's search now.
Oh, this is going to be so much slower than the last searching.
Okay, now this is where the investigations and the perceptions count, people. So, so let's hope we do.
Okay,
well
you
this
guys
time.
take this room, I'll take this room.
Okay.
I got the other
Do we
one.
want?
Ooh.
Okay.
That's better.
Do you want
That's not-
perception as well, or just one?
Yeah, perceptions, please, or investigations will both work.
Okay, I've got investigation because I've got a +2 in that one.
Can I?
Creed, you find dead rats.
Hey guys, I found dead rats.
I don't think that's sadly what we're looking for.
Borrowed.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, can I have my familiar look around as well?
Sure.
I don't have. That's
One.
at the moment.
One moment.
I will do Sybil and Riviera in the meantime.
Yes.
In this room, you find practically nothing. A few rotten apples and oranges, a bits and pieces of ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
All the rest has rotted away, basically.
Well,
Okay.
Blah. Okay then.
Borrowed, it's a +3 with advantage.
Okay.
So reroll, and we'll add a +3 to that.
So yeah, roll a 1d20 +3 twice.
+3. Ugh.
And then do it again.
Better. At least it's better than me.
12.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same, really. You find a couple of old clothes that don't really fit you. Sort of black robe. You find a broken ring and a pouch containing 16 silver.
Ooh, 16 silver.
Question: Are there any other like rooms that we can like go into? Like, or is this like the only room? Like, is there stairs that we can get to
No,
anywhere? Or
there's a door here, right in front of you.
oh, pfft. Okay then.
It's an archway, but you can go through.
We can go through the archway.
Let's do that.
Goes through stealthily. Oh, there's a person in here.
You find yourself in front of two people. One
Two
being
people?
a kobold,
Ah, okay.
and the other being a tall Helvatian holding his weapon out.
Okay.
When you say holding his weapon out, are they fighting each other? Are they?
No, they're standing next to each other.
Oh, okay.
So I imagine their
The-
weapons are now pointing at me.
Hello.
Yeah. The Helvatian turns to kobold. Warn the others they have found the trace. The kobold then activates a small portal and
How dare you?
How about?
Oh,
Let me think about that.
is it technological or magical?
technological.
Damn it.
Mhm. You wanted to
Do
cancel
I-
magic?
Do
More of a
I
counterspell.
want to? Okay, guys.
That's
Question:
fine.
Do I want to use a time control to bring the guy back?
What would it bring specifically to bring the guy back?
Well, it would
If you
bring
use
us.
time control, it would bring you back up to 10 minutes before,
So it
meaning
would
that you
bring us.
can't really change it unless you attack him, but he will still fuck off probably.
Yeah, that was the question.
Ah,
What is
okay,
the
never
plan
mind.
in case we do that?
I was gonna say we could maybe like re-enter but attack sneakily before he fucks
Mm,
off. But if he's
No,
gonna
they
fuck
they
off
hurt.
regardless,
They
then.
kind of hurt you attacking
mm.
the catacomb.
Ah, well then.
Plus the
Then let's
kobolds
just-
is done before that.
Then let's just attack this guy.
Oh, you're attacking him with kickball?
I mean, do you want to ask him if he's got the thing?
I mean, I guess maybe we can be civil about it first.
Aw, pros turn.
I mean,
Oh,
Creed is
bye-bye.
Creed is spent.
Yeah, exactly. So,
I'm cool.
look, we don't want any trouble
nice.
here. We just
It
want
is nice being
what we
warm.
were sent here for.
And what are you sent here for?
We were sent for a piece of the. What the fuck is it called?
Chrono trigger.
The
2 hours
chronolometer.
left.
The chronolometer, I believe.
We were sent for the chronolometer.
The who's what's it?
Yes, we also are seeking it. We seem to be at a sort of predicament right here.
Well, there's currently 5 of us, and at the moment 1 of you.
I am very much aware of that fact. Weird looking tree guy.
Hey! Sort of touch the answer. Not that tree-like.
Look, I don't know what you need it for, but I can assure you.
It's a job for me.
Well, it's
Nothing
a job.
else.
Well, it's a job for us too, and I can assure you that if we get it, it'll be far more beneficial for you, and
Oh,
you know
really?
the entire and the
Yes.
entire universe.
What are you
So-
proposing that I get in exchange of me, let's say, letting you pass?
Creed pulls out the 5 gold pieces.
Just 5
Um,
gold?
No. Here,
Mhm.
I got an idea.
You can have
Okay.
this and we won't attack.
Kill you.
How about this? If you let us pass and get us to where the piece we need is, then I will give you 350 gold.
Done.
And 5.
Okay, 355 gold.
Done.
Once we find it.
He extends his hand. Like, give it to me now.
How about you take us there first, and then
I
we'll
don't
give
know
it
where
to
it
you.
is, but I know something that will lead you to it. I have it on me. I will give it to you as soon as you give me my money.
Hands over the
How
5
about-
gold.
Wait, hold on.
How
Don't we have a
about-
thing?
how about-
Before we do this,
Pardon?
don't we have a thing that'll lead us right to it?
No, there's this thing that leads you to the castle you needed to go to.
Okay.
Can I
You can
insight check
trust
this?
me. If you,
Yes, you
yeah,
can cite him.
actually, yeah, I'm gonna insight him, and I can do it at advantage, because I am who I am. 19.
No, he's trustworthy.
He is trustworthy. Okay,
Yeah,
then I
I'm
will.
telling you the truth.
I will give him. 1 second. What is 400? 1 second.
Creed will just whisper into Riv's ear. If he stabs us in the back, can't you just rewind it?
Yes, technically I can, but okay. Passes over him the pouch of gold.
Okay. He takes it and gives to you a old parchment.
All right. Takes the parchment. Looks at it. Note by N. I have studied the properties of this miraculous artifact. I shall be more powerful than ever. Once I control time and space, my immortality will be complete. The amulet of youth will be the center of my new powers. With it, I shall conquer the world. All species will bow before me. All magic will yield to my knowledge, and the impossible shall be submitted to my will. I will remember its greatest druid of... Oh, dear God, I have a feeling I know who this is. They will remember me and fear my name throughout the ages. I shall make a new world, a better world. The artifact, I shall hide it within my castle. If I am killed, may my successor find it where the source of magic comes. The bird shows the way, and... Okay.
The guy in front of you just says, "Well, good luck," and walks out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you might want to fuck off. Actually, I probably shouldn't tell him that the plant's gonna explode in about 2 hours. But
He doesn't know
all right, no
that.
time to.
Creed will ask what it says, because he
Wait.
can't read it.
Riviera would translate what it says to all of you guys. What's what?
He said that his name would be remembered through history as N?
Well,
Seems a bit
technically, he said
far-fetched.
the greatest druid of all time. I have no idea who N is.
Oh.
Newt.
Newt.
The most feared name.
Who's the greatest druid of all time?
I mean, he talks to animals.
Would we actually would we know?
so do
Could
I.
we
He's
roll, or would we know?
The name of that guy has been lost to the to history.
That's funny.
Sucks to be him.
But you know the story of the dark druid who invented the amulet of youth.
Yeah, that was who I was thinking about. Who sacrificed his own daughter to actually create him, which is why the successor part had me thinking a bit. But Rakan can have several kids, so never know.
Oh shit, true. Well then.
Well, the music was getting very tense there for a moment.
Yeah,
It was.
but for actually no reasons. But
Just to make us nervous.
Creed
Yes.
and
Hello.
Sybil and Borrowed, you can roll me a perception check from where you are.
Okay.
Nope.
Perception.
Can I also have my?
You see it anyway. Borrowed and Sybil.
Yeah.
Oh.
There is a symbol of a bird on the edge of that archway, and it seems to be pointing into out of the castle.
Oh, okay. I will point it out.
This way.
Is this the bird that it's talking about?
Seems to.
Comes and looks and
show us
sees
the
it.
way.
It's
Noon, I
a,
think we found something.
it's a bird pointing in a direction.
Certainly a bird. It's certainly pointing in a direction. The bird will show us the ways.
So what did you guys find?
We found a bird.
Where is it
Bird.
pointing?
Mm-hmm.
Out this way. Outside.
Interesting. Guess we're going outside.
Following out birds, you quickly notice that there was a number of bird drawings on the walls that you didn't notice before, and they lead you to this small place.
Ooh.
Changing map, John. Just
Thank you. I may have changed the wrong map first, but
Oh, wow.
that's
This
a
looks
thing.
intense.
Whoa, that's how did we
Interesting.
miss that?
um,
A thing.
Borrowed, Valor, Sybil, and Riviera. You
Mhm.
all sense extremely strong magical energy coming from this well, as if magic was pouring out of this well.
Cool. Love
Sybil
that.
will explain that to Creed.
Does it feel like
Thank you.
does it feel like a magic that is from this place, or does it feel like something linked to our own travel out of time and space?
No, it's linked to this place. It's the Oricans would know it as a well of magic. It's one of
One
the,
of those.
Oh,
it's
okay.
one of the source of magic in the world, basically.
Interesting.
So is that dangerous?
Nope.
No, it's empowering for spellcasters.
It's basically if you stand near it, you get healed. You get some nice stuff.
I can build a temple around wells of magic to actually strengthen themselves and protect them.
Riordan, why don't you go lick it?
Creed, as you stand near the well, you feel like your speed is now just amazing. If you were to run around now, you would have 1,000 feet speed.
Oh, okay.
He probably
It's
would
like-
do a loop, wouldn't he? Just to be
Question.
sure.
Is this permanent or is this?
No, it's
Okay.
as long as you stand near it.
Creed just
Oh.
does
Riviera.
He is the Flash.
Yeah,
Riviera,
basically.
you feel your aging process to be even more slowed down.
What? Am I
As
gonna
you
live
stand-
longer?
as you stand near the well.
Damn.
You've known of stories of Oricans who've managed to survive for about 10,000 years just by standing there near a well.
Wow. Okay.
That's pretty
Is there?
This is absolutely incredible.
Try.
Nemesis
Is
Kriv, as he stands near the well, suddenly feels the death curse revoking from himself.
Oh my
Ooh.
god. Wow.
Oh.
But once again, it will only matter as he stands near it.
Wow. Can we perceive around or investigate the well to see if there's anything that could lead us
Roll
to?
me an investigation at advantage because you're looking for a bird sign.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do.
Advantage investigation.
Sure, we'll all roll phenomenally well.
Ooh. Average. Perfect.
Valor,
Yeah. Investigation.
the beeping sound on your tracker goes.
Mhm.
And from far away,
Uh-oh.
hear.
It's Volcano Day, guys.
It's what
no.
now?
That's a
Volcano
reference
Day.
not many people will understand.
But from the distance, yeah, I suspect that if I look in the distance, I see a ship.
Guys, we really need to get out of here very now.
So all of
we haven't
you
got the piece
see.
yet.
Yes.
All of you see around you the sky turn red and yellow as bombs are just thrown from the space into the atmosphere. The heat goes to tremendous levels, and fire spreads all around the land. But it is also at that moment that Sybil, Riviera, and Creed find the last bird sign that is right here.
Whoa, wait,
Ooh,
where is it
okay.
at?
Yeah.
Here?
Tree stump?
That's a stump, yeah. There
Yes,
is a
sir.
small cavity in the tree.
Valonun will dive his hand in it too, because there's no time to lose.
In it, you find a small chest.
Just take,
But it's locked.
take the chest.
Yeah, we take the chest with us. I think we can bring it back.
And Nemonis just says, "Smash the chest and let's see what's inside." Because if we don't have, if it's not the right thing, and we're just taking a chest.
Oh,
You're right.
yeah.
You're right.
Strength.
You smash it against the tree stump, and from it falls a small golden object that looks to you like a solar clock.
Oh.
Is this the thing we
Is that
needed?
it?
It seems to be pulsing with energy and magic. So
That's chronometer.
We'll have to take our chance with that. Come on.
All right, let's go.
Yep.
Riviera,
Oh yeah, I guess I should open
press the
up
button now.
Yeah.
you,
She says that the
as-
bomb just falls straight towards us.
As
yeah.
you as you take out the transmitter, Riviera and all of you can hear very clearly the screams of all the people who live on this planet and all the animals. As suddenly the planet seems to have too much energy within itself and blows up completely, like the ground cracks and light becomes unbearable, and that's at the moment you press the button and you are all taken back to...
I'm just kind of picturing it. It's the second the wormhole opens, Creed does that moment from the X-Men films with Quicksilver just throwing everybody through the portal.
Close it! Close it! Close it!
And you close it, and the last thing you hear is a huge cry of despair from behind. Warrington strolls towards you.
Yeah, I can see why we had a time limit.
Yeah.
That was... Did that planet just get annihilated?
Yeah, it did, but we couldn't save it because we don't know what effect it would have on our universe.
Time is weird.
The fact that I wouldn't have allowed it in the first place. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, let's try considering one of the biggest events in history of the galaxy.
Let's change the entire lore of his game. No.
Hey, Sammy, just rewrite it.
Yeah, just rewrite it.
Yeah, Sammy, we're gonna
Yeah,
change
sure,
this.
sure. Let's go back to session 4 and let's prevent the spell plague as well.
I'm
Very
kidding.
nice.
So Warrington comes up to you. Gonna attempt a Warrington voice to just help a bit John on this one.
Yeah, or if you can quickly message me what he says.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Sybil will just be sat on the floor as she's come through the portal, just trying to take it all in. Just like, what the hell happened?
Yeah.
Realizing the Wells effect are now leaving, Bard is going to summon this massive sword that should be way too heavy to pick up, and just slowly watch it shrink back.
Creed just lies kind of face down on the ground, just... So, did you manage it? Do you have the artefact? How did it go?
I mean, back from the portal towards Warrington, and extend his hand with the clock in it.
Capital!
Riviera would also return the transmitter thingamajig.
And then Marden tries to steal it.
We have almost all of the pieces.
I hope it was worth it.
We have to strike at the enemies to recover the last ones.
Fantastic.
And then we shall be good. Good job, everybody. Round of applause, please.
The other gifts turn to you, and they're all like, woo!
So, what now?
Right. Now, let's get some rest.
Thank you.
Bard is going to run and start telling them all about it.
Go back to your rooms. We shall take care of things here in the war room.
But I want to tell them.
Tell them on the way.
Alright, fine.
Nemesis kind of turns to Valanoon and extend his hand. Very good fighter. I'm very impressed.
So Valanoon will shake the hand and says, "You fought well too."
Turns to Creed and Sybil. I was glad to share this adventure with you. You are worthy companions, all of you.
We did well. As well as I guess we could have done.
We succeeded.
Way.
Creed just says face down in the floor.
Oh,
Riviera, before, like, she leaves the others, she would just, like, bow to each of them and be like, well, that was a hell of a bonding experience.
Creed just pulls himself to his feet and bows back to Riviera.
Borrowed bows so low that his antlers touch the floor and scrape against them accidentally.
He's
You don't have to bow that low for me, but thank you.
Creed will hold out a hand to Riviera to shake.
She will shake his hand.
I have met quite a few nobles. You're one of the good ones.
Yeah, I try my best. We need more good in the world, so.
Yeah.
And this is where this session ends for today, as you guys have managed to recover the last piece of the Orrery and survive the destruction of Kronos.
Woo! Wow. We did it, guys.
Yay!
In the lore of Space Odyssey, there's about, I think, 400 million people died in the destruction of Kronos. So well done for not being part of them.
Oh, so just a couple then.
Cheers.
It was like a great many people cried out all in once.
I mean, we're talking
Was suddenly
about
silenced.
people, but in terms of wildlife, you can't even fathom the amount of life that was destroyed that day.
I mean, that Kung also is dead. Poor Kung.
Yeah, I almost said at this moment, I said, well, there was at least one good thing in the destruction of Kronos.
That fucking Kung is dead.
So, on that happy note, let's wrap this stream up. Guys in the chat, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We have had a lot of fun with A Matter of Time, and tune in tomorrow night. Sean and myself, Sean and Jeff will be back to celebrate not only Sean's birthday, which is tomorrow, but we are going to be playing Sea of Thieves and play the Christmas event stuff. Not 100% sure what it is, but we'll find out tomorrow.
Find out with us.
And then on Sunday, the finale of the Strange Visitors Christmas crossover gets underway with episode 6, The Battle of the Spelljammer.
Dun, dun, dun.
So stay
This
tuned for
includes-
that as well. That includes
Lysam Garnet, Dagmar, Redsmile, Pilyaden, Escanor, Kirith, Norixius, Luna, Silvermoon, Milo, Tigleaf, and Torin Vesuvisegish.
And how?
And how?
And how?
Everybody's favourite blue boy.
Yeah.
I can say that because we've agreed that Creed is everybody's favourite blue man. We have come to this understanding.
I think Reardon might object, although technically he's blue and black.
Yeah,
So
he's
Can he be the
multicolored.
favourite swirly man?
He's swirly man.
Am I everyone's favorite green man?
Yes.
yes, because you're the only
Nice.
green one, and I'm the
Yeah.
favorite green gal.
Crave would object on the favorite blue guy though.
Oh,
No, because
Is it-
he's
is
a
it-
guy. We've got man, boy, and guy.
I think most people from Avatar would object on the favorite blue guy.
No, I hate them all anyway.
We'll be all back Monday. Oh no, we won't. We're not going to be doing any streaming next week because it's Christmas, so we're taking a week off. So after
Christmas time.
episode 6 of the Christmas crossover, the next stream will be episode 7 of the Christmas crossover, which is the end
Following
of the
Sunday.
world. The following Sunday.
As we know it.
The end of the world, which will feature Barham, Dalnorix, Kalen, Rivern, Squeak, and Chupacabra. And Layuk. Lerk.
Sneak if I get as many phrases in as possibly can from what was learned. I'm so excited.
I here and the thing is that this time I'm actually going to try my best to like if I know specifically who has said the voice or who has said the phrase, like if it's been Barham or Calderax or Nephrin or whoever, I'm going to try my absolute best to actually mimic their voice. So look
Ooh.
forward to that.
That's a Christmas present and a half.
And Matty, now this promise is on stream, so you can't duck out of it.
I'm not saying I'm gonna duck out of it. I'm just saying it probably won't be decent.
Just gonna say it's probably not gonna be a very good impersonation.
I gotta practice my Scottish accent in the meantime.
So, smash that
Actually-
follow button. We'll see you around for the Battle of the Spelljammer on Sunday, and then hopefully we'll see you back again for the end of the world the following Sunday, where hopefully they stop the end of the world from happening.
That would be nice.
Otherwise, after that, we're going to have to really rewrite a lot of my D&D games.
Yeah.
Or write no more for them.
Or, yeah,
Ooh. We just end them all.
just, yeah.
That's it. Done. Whole universe is gone. Sorry, guys. Bye.
Well, to be fair, Golden Tooth and
Storm King.
Golden Tooth and Curse of this Vampire Dude can go back to their games and play forward for another year or so before we get to the end of the world,
Before they
True.
inevitably die.
before the inevitable end of the universe.
Storm
But
Kings has another
Everyone
week.
else is fucked.
Storm Kings and Tomb of Annihilation are currently happening at the same time, so they really don't have a lot of buffer to the end of the world.
No.
And then who knows what happens with the Space Odysseus peeps, because who knows if we're happening at the same time, or before, or after.
So,
After would be funny.
we'll see you guys real soon. Bye.
Bye.